Just the other day, boy got shot to death.
Too much.
Another one shot to death.
There's too many killers.
Friend won't see him again.
For eternity.
For eternity, the rest.
What's going on?
The rest. The rest.
Yeah.
His family living in stress. In stress. In stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the other day, boy got shot to death.
Too much.
Another one shot to death.
There's too many killers.
Friend won't see him again.
For
For
eternity.
eternity, the rest.
What's going on?
The rest.
First.
Right, we're the Hebrew Israelites. Okay. We're out here again in Fulton Heath. Alright, the Valley of Dry Bones.
Right.
Which really Fulton Heath is part of Croydon, isn't it?
Right.
Alright, Croydon. Yeah, so we're out here to go into the 12 tribes today. Alright? Not the 12 tribes you're used to. Alright? And with that, we're going to give all praises
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Wahah,
Right. I want to give double honors to Apostle Tahar that taught us well.
Right.
Alright? Because I made a video about who Apostle Tahar is. And a lot of brothers didn't believe. But what did the scripture say? It says, so what if some do not believe, man? We're going to continue teaching this word regardless. Alright? Because I was telling Lakama when we was in the Costa, what did I say to you? I said, what? When you came as the men of the Lord back then, the people were fighting against you. But when you go into the churches today, and even the so-called brothers that claim to be in the truth as well, they're all reading from the books that you guys wrote. So, you know, so it doesn't matter what you think, man. What matters is this word coming out. That's the main thing, because the scripture said in Jeremiah, and they shall fight against thee, right? But they shall not prevail. Why? Because the word is there. Because they were fighting against Jeremiah back then, but they read from the book of Jeremiah today.
That's right.
When they want to teach, they're going to go into that same book of Jeremiah that they were fighting against, and they're going to quote a precept from there to make themselves look good on the camera. And that's how our people do, you know. They fight against you when you're trying to do a thing. But down the line, they're going to come and use that same thing they were fighting against you for to try and get a point across. And that's how our people stay, man. You know.
Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 19. And they shall fight against thee.
And they shall what?
And they shall fight against thee.
And they shall what?
And they shall fight against thee.
Right.
But they shall not prevail against
But what?
thee.
But they shall not prevail against thee.
For I am with thee, saith Yahweh, to deliver thee.
Right. For I am with thee to deliver thee, man. Right. And the Most High delivered the men of the Lord back then. He's going to deliver us today.
That's right.
That's why we don't care about you brothers out there that be talking rubbish.
That's right.
Because while you're busy talking rubbish, we're bringing out facts.
That's right.
We're bringing out history.
That's right.
And when we say history, our story, really, because really we should say our story, man.
That's right.
Because we are the real men of Yahweh Shem Yahshai. We are the men that you read about in the scriptures, man.
That's right. That's right.
All right? And a lot of our people are going to get a rude awakening of that. But anyway, that's not why we're making this video. We're making this video because the brothers in America have made their 12 tribes chart, and they've left out the brothers from the West Coast, man.
That's right.
Even though 100% of them, I didn't say 99%,
Right.
100% of them was taken from the West Coast.
That's right.
How do you get taken from the West Coast, but then you make a 12 tribes chart and you exclude the brothers from the West Coast?
Right.
Only Israel can do that. But with that said, the 12 tribes chart to some extent is accurate, because I'm going based off of Apostle Tahar being from the tribe of Levi, which is Haiti, and the Haitians were taken from where? Benin. We understand that. So to a certain extent, it is correct for the brothers in America. So we have no qualms with them about that. But the qualm we have is the fact that they've left out the brothers from the west coast of Africa, man. Okay? Because when you come over here to England, alright, a lot of the brothers from England are from the west coast.
That's right.
So how can we teach the brethren over here in England with a tribe chart that says the Negroes in America are the tribe of Judah. These brothers are not from America, man.
Right.
So when they see the 12 tribes chart, they're not going to see themselves on it. You know they're already ignorant.
That's right.
So they're not going to want to hearken anyway. And in the day of the Lord, they're going to say, Lord, they sent the Negroes in America, so they had nothing to do with me.
That's right.
So all of you guys that are going to use that as an excuse, this is going to leave you with no excuse. Because you know, Jake, man, you always find, especially the Ephraimites, because really the tribe of Ephraim took the personality of Joseph, man. And Joseph took the personality of Jacob.
Right.
And Jacob was a fraudster or a supplanter.
Supplanter.
So they're going to try and use supplanting tactics to try and get away from judgment. That's why the Heavenly Father has us out here. Where's the 2 sticks?
No, the 2 sticks.
The stuff, the 2 sticks.
You don't remember 2 sticks? 2 more sticks.
Yeah. Oh, you know where it is. Okay, all right. Get that. So the brother's gonna go get the 2 sticks, and then we'll carry on. So anyway, like I said, you guys are not gonna get away from this one, man. The Most High is gonna catch a body out here, because after we finish going into what we're going into, that's when you're gonna realize, you're gonna see that this whole time the Heavenly Father had your number, man. All right. So let's get some precepts while we wait for YAHSHAR to get back. So get me the precept in Ezekiel chapter 37 about the 12 tribes. You can get it, man. You can get it. Ezekiel 37, start from the top.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, starting at verse 1. The hand of Yahweh was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry.
They were what?
They were very dry.
They were what?
They were very dry.
And that's the state of our people today. Very dry. Okay? They're dry, man. They're a used up fruit. They're dry. They're deserted, because really dryness goes back to being deserted. Being devoid of water. And the water represents the word. Right?
Thirsty.
Mayam. Exactly, the water. They don't have the mayam. Okay? That's the spirit. Alright, carry on, Malak.
Verse 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh power, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, Prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh.
Right? Hear the what?
Hear the word of Yahweh.
Hear what?
Hear the word of Yahweh.
Hear what?
Hear the word of Yahweh.
Right, and that's the spirit, because Ezekiel, YAHSHAR, has gonna got the 2 sticks.
Right.
The Most High made that happen, you know.
Right.
Just so Ezekiel could get the 2 sticks. Thus Ezekiel is unto thee a sign. The spirit, no, you hold it. The spirit made you go and get the 2. The spirit made me leave the stick there so that you could go and get the 2 sticks, because we're about to go into the 2 sticks. This is spiritual, man. We can't make this up. You know. Quickly get get Proverbs 20:24. Yeah. Because all of this is spiritual, man. This whole thing is spiritual. We don't make it up as we go along like the rest of you guys out there. You want views, so you speak smooth words, alright? And some of you know the truth as well, but you don't want to admit it, because you ain't got the spirit of truth on you, man. Alright?
Ready?
So read Proverbs 20:24, man.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24.
Bring it out.
Man's going are of the Lord.
Man's what?
Man's going are of the Lord.
Yeah, go on.
How can a man then understand his own way?
Right. It says man's goings are of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. How can a man understand his own way? You understand? That's why the spirit was on Ezekiel to go and get the 2 sticks, man. I'm gonna read it. Jump down to verse 15.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37, starting at verse 15.
Right? Ezekiel 37 and 15.
And it reads, it says, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying,
Right?
Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick.
Take thee what?
Take thee one stick.
Take thee what?
Take thee one stick.
Can you see that? You got the stick there?
Right.
Alright?
And write upon it.
Show them this 2 sticks.
Right.
Because that's 2 sticks joined together, man. So we're gonna physically do that actually. Yeah, so that's 2 sticks. So take thee one stick. Alright, that's 1 stick over there. Right?
Take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah.
And write upon it for what?
And write upon it for Judah.
And write upon it for what?
And write upon it for Judah.
Can you see that? Judah. There you go.
And for the children of Israel,
Right.
his companions.
His companions are Benjamin
Right.
and Levi.
Come.
That's the southern kingdom, man. Alright? Read.
Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph.
Right?
The stick of Ephraim.
The stick of what?
The stick of
The
Ephraim.
stick of what?
The stick of Ephraim.
Right?
And for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Right. And that's Ephraim over there. Because remember, Ephraim is Joseph.
Yeah.
Alright? Because Ephraim is the one who inherited Joseph's stick.
That's right.
Because Joseph became 2 tribes, man. Because the term Joseph, YAWASAP, means he adds another tribe.
Right.
He multiplies. That's why when the nation of Israel went to join Joseph in Egypt, they multiplied. Alright? That's the spirit of Ephraim, to be fruitful and multiply.
Come.
So that's the 2 sticks joined in one. Alright, carry on.
Carrying on. Verse 17. And join them one to another.
And what?
And join them one to another.
Into one stick.
Into what?
Into one stick.
Into what?
Into one stick.
And they shall become one in thy hand.
And they shall become one in thine hand. You see, Ezekiel, they told Ezekiel to do that. He told YAWASAP to do that. And they shall become one in thine hand.
Right.
Okay? Did he say thine hand or my hand?
One thine hand.
Okay, and it shall become one in thine hand. So that's Ezekiel.
Ezekiel's hand.
So in Ezekiel's hand. So Ezekiel hold the sticks, man.
Come.
Alright? So Ezekiel will hold the sticks. Literally, Ezekiel will hold the sticks.
I'm holding the stick.
And he's holding the 2 sticks in his hand. And his name is YAWASAP. He strengthens, the power strengthens, man. Alright? YAWASAP means what? He strengthens, Allah means power. And that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna give us strength because the strength goes back to the Shah season, which is the teeth.
Right.
And teeth strengthens a man, a child, a baby. That the first sign of the power of a child is his teeth, man. When you see the 2 incisors pop out, then he can start eating meat shortly after.
That's right.
Solids. And that's what we're gonna do through the Spirit, man. Because the Heavenly Father's raising up the BANYAMYAM, the tabernacle of David, man. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go into these tribes because the prophet just read there. Write upon it for Judah and his companions, Ephraim and his companions, and they shall be one in my hand. Okay, that's raising up the heads. So we're gonna start with the first tribe, which will be the tribe of the first son of Jacob. All right. Yeah, I'll do it. So the first son of Jacob, all right. It will be Reuben, right?
That's right.
All right. So get Reuben. Genesis 30.
What verse?
No, is it Genesis? No, actually, I think it's Genesis 29.
Well,
Yeah.
29.
No. I want the birth of Reuben.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to go into the birth to understand
Verse 1.
the dynamics. Get the birth of Reuben when she had Reuben. Yeah. Go into that. So we're gonna focus on the first tribe, the tribe of Reuben. All right. Now the brothers in America, they say the tribe of Reuben is the Seminole Indians. Well, if that works for them, that's fine. But you brothers over here in England, you're not Seminole Indians. So how are we gonna know who the tribe of Reuben is in England? Because most of you are from the West Coast, man. That's a fact. So I can't see how you can fit yourself on that sign. You can't do it.
29.
So it's 29th, yeah.
The book of Genesis, chapter 29, starting at verse 32.
Right?
And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben.
And she what?
And she called his son Reuben.
And she what?
And she called his son Reuben.
Right, so I'm gonna write Reuben on the board. Okay. Yeah, just hold up the board for me. Right, so I'm gonna write Reuben and then you show it to me. So Reuben is Ra Ha Wa RAAWABAN. See that? That's how you write Reuben, man. Okay? RAAWABAN. Ban means son. Ra'a goes back to the head of a man. And it can also mean first as well. The first son of Jacob was Reuben. So the first character of Reuben is Ra, which is the head of a man. And what does that mean? Reuben is a man, and it's going to explain why. Carry on reading.
Verse 32, and Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben, for she said, surely Yahweh hath looked upon my affliction, now therefore my husband will love me.
Now what?
Now therefore my husband will love me.
Right. A lot of you brothers don't even understand why Leah said, now my husband will love me. Because if you look into the tribe of Reuben, alright, what are they known for? Reuben was known to approach his father's bed. He slept with the handmaid, Bilhah. Okay? But we're gonna go, I'll get the story. So I've made a note here about the tribe of Reuben. I'm gonna read it, alright? This is my own notes that I made about the tribe of Reuben, being inspired by the Qadashah, the Holy Spirit. Qadashah Rawaha. So this is Reuben. Reuben is known for his sexual prowess.
Right.
Genesis 29 and 32. That's why the ladies love the Reubenites. Because you know these women are into the folly, man. They're like a guy who can lay down the pipe, so they say.
Right, that's a fact.
While they focus on paying all the bills. And through the Spirit, a lot of Reubenites are not really successful because of that. Because all they rely on is being a gigolo.
Right.
That's the curse of Reuben, by the way. Alright? And when Leah first had Reuben, she said, behold, a son. Because really, that's the definition for Reuben. Get the definition for Reuben on the Blue Letter Bible. Show it to them. Oh, you get it. Okay, you can get it. Yeah, you can drop the board down. Because when Leah had Reuben, she named him behold a son. Because that's the definition for the term Reuben. Why did she say behold a son? When a child first comes out, because back then they didn't have that machine that you used to check the babies to see what sex they are. Right. So how come she said behold? Because behold is like an exclamation mark. Because he had a big penis, man. Alright? So show it to them. What does Reuben mean? Call it out and then show it to the camera. So the Reubenites are known to have big penises. That's why we said Reuben is synonymous with sexual prowess. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, your mother has it. Yeah, you show it.
Outline of biblical usage, Reuben, it says, behold a son.
See that?
I don't know if you can see it. You can see it, yeah?
Yeah, I can see. Behold his son, yeah.
Right. Behold a son.
Right.
Alright? Because as soon as the baby comes out, in order to determine the sex, you're either gonna see that long thing dangling, or it's
Behold
gonna
the son. Yeah, come.
be, behold a son. She was like, behold a son. You know, now my husband will love me because it's a sign. Because the women love Reuben because he has that long thing that the women like, the folly thing. That's why he approached Bilhah, man, because she was probably looking for it. Because Reuben was laying it down, and everybody knew about the tribe of Reuben, how they get down. Because I'm sure when Reuben does his thing, you know, the whole house shakes, man. So it was an omen knowing among the tribes that Reuben was the guy that had the sexual prowess. And we're gonna further prove it, man. All right. So further reading in my notes, it says Leah was startled at the exceptional penis size that he possessed. That's why she said, "Behold, the son." And the root word, if you carry on reading the definition, go back to Reuben. Right now, go to the Ra'ah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, go to the Ra'ah, that one. Click on that. What does it say? Read it for them.
Outline biblical usage, Ra'ah means to see, look at, inspect, perceive, or consider.
Right, so she considered, she inspected the guy and said, "Ah, this guy's got a mantic."
My little boy's packing. My little boy's
It's
packing.
packing, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, she inspected the privy member. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading my notes. It says, she inspected his privy member and was marveled.
Right.
She also said, "My husband will love me," which is synonymous with how the ladies love Reuben. And the tribe of Reuben today will be none other than the Congolese.
Right.
The guys from the Congo.
Right.
They're known to be packing that magic stick, so they call it.
Right.
Okay. And also the Congolese have a dance they do, which we call the Mandrake dance. Alright.
They call it the SHAMAIWAN.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but
music dance style.
oh right, you see, okay. Yeah, but you could tell the way they move their waist, what they're trying to sing. Because it's actually a spiritual dance that they do unknowingly.
Right.
But through the spirit, you can tell that's the tribe of Reuben. Okay, so I've got a video here that I'm gonna let the brother Lakama show. Alright.
And the thing about it, the females love when the men can wait.
When they can move their waist.
man.
It's true,
You know
it's
what I mean?
true.
Come on, bro.
It's true, they would dance to the girl.
Yeah,
They would get the girl after the club.
Straight
man.
away, straight away.
If you can dance that dance
Yeah.
with your hips, you're good, man.
That's what the
wine.
females say as well. Yeah, that's what they say as well, isn't it? When a man can dance, that's the one that she wants.
That's the one that she wants. Right. That's why. That's why all you women are destroyed, man. Because you're only going for the waist power. You know. Right. So show that to the camera.
Give me that quickly, just so I can show it to them as well.
That's the dance of Reuben right there. All right. You see the way the guy's moving his waist. No other tribe can do that the way Reuben does, man.
Not even Jamaica.
Nah, there's Reubenites among the Jamaicans as well.
Yeah, they can do it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do it as well.
Yeah. I think they get the message now. Yeah. So show that to you. So hey, so you so-called Jamaicans that can dance like that, you're from the tribe of Reuben, man.
Right.
Because what you gotta understand is the tribes were mixed up during the slavery.
That's right.
You understand? That's why we gotta do this, man. Because we gotta show you where this thing stems from. Alright?
Yeah,
Before we
but
branch
there
out.
cannot be one tribe going to one place. They're gonna have to be a mix.
Mixture. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's common sense. That's common
And
sense.
history tells itself as well. Like these Edomites, they didn't care who was who.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There you go. Like, hey, that's the spirit. Let me show them Israelite foreigner. That was an Israelite foreigner, okay, that can do the Mandrake dance as well.
Right.
You see? And also that further proves that you ain't gotta be what you call it? A quote-unquote so-called Negro looking to be able to do those type of dances. Because like I think I sent it to you, isn't it? Yeah. So show it to them. Just show them the video of the Israelite foreigner. She's doing. So
yeah,
you can tell
she's
she's a Reubenite as well. She has to be a Reubenite because the way she's moving her waist.
Esau
boy,
cannot move like that. I always say that, man.
even the tribes, the rest of the tribes can't dance like that. You know, because you can tell when you see when you see one of the tribes move like that, you can tell that's a Reubenite.
I think we show that as well.
Yeah. You might have to press play again. You know?
That's fine. I'll do a quick one.
Right. So that shows you that's the tribe of Reuben. They're moving their waist like that because what? Reuben approached his father's bed, man. And what did he do? He slept with Jacob's handmaid, Bilhah. That's why through the Spirit, the Most High put a demon on them to make them do that dance with their waist when they move their waist like that. Because they're trying to say they got the waist power to take your woman. Alright, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
That's right.
When you see that guy at the job center riding the bicycle with his little beanie hat on, while you're at work, he's paying your wife a visit.
Yeah.
Alright? So that's the curse of Reuben, and most of the Congolese guys, they do that dance. That's their national dance.
That's the culture, isn't it? The heritage, man.
Right, so get the map as well.
Select.
Yeah. Because we've got to show them, innit? So the tribe of Reuben are in the Congo.
Right.
In the Congo. Undisputed, man. The Congolese are known to have the sexual prowess. So bring that closer. Let me show them. So the Congo will be over there. So can you see that?
Yeah.
The one that borders Cameroon,
Right.
the Congo. See that? So the Congo man them, the Reubenites are over there. Yeah, that's it on that.
Show it quickly now, bro.
Yeah, show.
Otherwise, that's the whole thing.
Right. So that's the map of the land of Canaan. All right. The land of Canaan is West Africa. That's the land of Canaan, and this Congo right there is where the Reubenites are. Okay. So that's it right there. So you can pull up your own map at home and look that up. The Congolese are from the tribe of Reuben. And when you go further down, where have you got? You've got Southern Africa. Yeah? When you go further down the map, you've got the south of Africa. And what are the Southern African women known to have? Big behinds.
Right.
And when I say big behinds, I'm not talking about the BBL garbage you're seeing. We're talking about...
We want to ask a question.
Yeah, we'll do it after. We're not talking about the BBL madness that you see out here. We're talking about real cakes. Proper, original, authenticated behinds. Now,
Authentic.
being someone who has dealt with women like that before, I can guarantee you, if you ain't packing like Reuben, you ain't dealing with that. You can deceive yourself as much as you want.
You ain't gonna hit.
But when it comes to women like that, if you're not a Reubenite or you ain't got that Reuben gene in you,
They're going to hit it right, like the brother said.
you ain't gonna be touching that, man. Okay. So you might as well find a new career. That's why the Most High put those type of women closer to where the Congo are. And funnily enough, when you go to the southern part of Africa, there's a lot of Congolese guys there, man. And the women love them. They ain't even got to work. All they got to do is just be a gigolo. They put the woman to work. And that's Reuben's blessing, man, which is his curse as well.
Yeah, obviously.
All right. So back to the notes. All right. It says, she also said, my husband will love me, which is synonymous with how the ladies love the Congolese men for their sexual prowess and large members. So Genesis chapter 30 verse 14. Get Genesis chapter 30 verse 14. Still dealing with the tribe of Reuben. All right? Because something happened, yeah? Something happened in Genesis chapter 30, verse 14. And that's going to further show you that when it comes to this, you know, I don't know what word to term it as. When it comes to dealing with these women, Reuben is the undisputed champion, man. Okay? Undisputed, man.
Undisputed
No one
champion.
can. Look, you can't take Reuben's girl. You just can't do it. Because if you look at the Reubenites that went over to Brazil, because most of the Congolese were taken to Brazil, all right? You go in the favelas, you see those pretty women, you can't take them. They all got Reubenite husbands there. You ain't here as good as he's here, eh? Your best chance is you're gonna pay some money to slap it, and that's it. But she ain't gonna leave, and that's why a lot of Reubenites are pimps as well. Because they know you can't take their girl from them. Their girl is actually gonna empty your pockets for them. That's how you know a lot of the pimps are also Reubenites as well. That's the spirit. Because that's their blessing, man. Sexual prowess. Have you ever thought, how do these pimps have these women hooked, bringing all their money to them? It's because they're hitting what they call the G-spot, man. And once you hit a woman's G-spot, her whole brain just, she refuses to function like a normal human. Basically, she does silly things, man. Alright? So read that.
Genesis chapter 30 verse 14. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes.
Right, now notice he said Reuben went out in the wheat harvest. What is used for harvesting? Sickle.
The sickle.
And the sickle is the 7th character on the Lashawana Kodasha. That's why I told you brothers to go and learn the Lashawana Kodasha.
Right.
I wasn't telling you to go and learn the Lashawana Kodasha because I was trying to usurp my authority. I was telling you to go and learn it so when this prophecy and this revelation comes out, you can be able to understand it even better. Because 7 represents sickle, but it also goes to the 7th part of the body, which happens to be the penis. Because the head is number 1, your right arm is number 2, your left arm is number 3, your midsection number 4, your right leg number 5, your left leg number 6, your penis, which is called the 3rd leg, because they always call it the 3rd leg, is number 7.
Right. There you go.
So the mandrake that he found in the wheat harvest represents penis as well. That's why if the brother's going to read the definition for the mandrake. Read the definition for the mandrake.
Mandrake. Yeah. And how it's pronounced in the Lashawan.
I've got mandrake.
YAWADAH. Right? And the definition of mandrake is love apple.
Love apple.
Love apple.
Yeah, biblical
Love
outline
apple.
usage. Love apple. Right
It says love apple, but really it's a herb.
It's a herb.
I've actually got the herb here. I'm going to show it to you.
See it. Right.
Because remember when I placed that order and then I shared it out to the brothers?
God.
I've got, look, this is what a mandrake looks like. Mandrake.
Love apple.
Different herbs. Okay? From the tree bark.
Right.
Medicinal.
It's medicinal.
This if you want to perform like a Reubenite, this is what you need, man. You gotta be in the YAWADAH to get this.
Let me
And
show
once
you.
you take this,
Let me show you.
once you take that, it's game over, man.
Game over.
Okay? And if you think we're lying, you can ask the women we deal with. They'll tell you.
Game over.
We don't play no games up here.
Is that an African herb, yeah?
Yeah. 7 different herbs, but this is 7 different type of mandrakes. 7.
Herb, yeah?
It says love
That's
apple.
right.
It's actually a herb. And also, you can only find this in West Africa. You can only find the mandrakes in West Africa. So that shows you that the tribe of Reuben are in West Africa.
Yeah, man.
And in Nigeria, they actually call it Agogoy.
Yeah, see? Let me give you a story, Cap. Funny story, yeah? Because around the same time we was talking about the mandrake, and I was having a conversation with my sister, and I brought up mandrake in the conversation. She turned around and said to me, "What do I know about mandrake?" Imagine that. The women know about this thing.
No, yeah.
They know about it.
The women are not stupid, man.
stupid.
They know. They're just playing silly games out here. Because the nation is destroyed, They're playing silly games.
Heavy information, man.
Yeah, can't. Where's my?
Heavy.
Oh yeah, can't. Yeah, so that's the
Heavy
mandate.
information.
Hey, that's why Rachel had to run to Leah and beg her. Can you please give me some of Reuben's mandrakes? Because what? She wanted Jacob to be performing the same way on her as Reuben did.
See that?
And also she wanted to conceive as well. Because the mandrake actually helps in conception. That's right. Okay? It makes the baby, the child come out really strong. And it's going to further explain. Carry on reading that, man. And none of these camps have ever gone into that before, you know. And you guys think you're on the same level as us. Instead of you to respect the authorities that the Most High is setting up, you're proud and puffed up. That's why you're missing out on the information. And if it wasn't for the fact that we're in Qamra Ash, raising up the heads, this information wouldn't have come out. It would have been sat on until we get the Nigerian Koboko. We flog you with it, man.
Koboko.
Because really, that's what Yahushua used to beat the guys in the temple when they were selling there. It says he got two cords, he gathered cords together. That's talking about the Nigerian Koboko, man.
That's right. It's talking about that.
Yeah, it's the spirit.
We're gonna flog you with the Nigerian Koboko. And it's lawful because the scripture says in Deuteronomy 40 stripes, lest thy brother think that
Offense,
you know, we might, hey, get that real quick, man. Get the 40 stripes.
Yeah, 25, ain't it? 25.
Yeah, get that scripture, man. It's
Deuteronomy
scriptural,
25.
you know. I keep telling you guys, we're not nice men up here, you know. The Most High ain't raising up no lollygagging, babysitting brethren. This is serious business, man.
This is Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 25 and 3. It says, 40 stripes he may give him.
What?
40 stripes he may give him.
What?
40 stripes he may give him.
And you don't, trust me, you don't want to be flogged even 5 stripes.
Yeah, that shit's serious, man. Koboko is serious, man.
So that's 5 times 8, and 8 is infinity, man. You don't want to get 5 stripes from that, boy. And the Most High said it is lawful to flog your brother with a Nigerian Koboko 40 times. So you gonna get it.
And it says, and not exceed, lest if he should exceed and beat him above these with many stripes, then thy brother should seek wild unto thee.
There you go. So 40 stripes. You gonna get the 40 stripes, man.
You gonna get it.
Alright? You're gonna get the 40 days and 40 nights beat down.
And so the servant that knew with many stripes.
With many stripes.
There you go.
There you go. So we might have to double up on you. Especially you guys that are quoting Ezekiel chapter 1 verses 5. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 64. You gonna be the guys that's gonna catch this Koboko, man.
That's right.
Alright? You're gonna be the guys that's gonna get it because you know all the scriptures. And in the day of the Lord, you can't even argue because you're the one that's quoting all these scriptures. Okay? The rest of them can say they didn't know the precepts, but you know the scriptures, man. Anyway, so where we at? So
Still on Genesis.
dealing with the mandrake. Alright, so yeah, read about the mandrake, the tribe of Reuben, the Congolese guys, man. Read that.
Verse 15. And she said unto her, it is a small matter that
Is it a small matter?
like,
He's
it's-
asking a sarcastic question.
Slovakia. And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And wouldest thou take away my son's mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore, he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes.
There you go. So Rachel went and told Jacob, look, go and lie with Leah, man, so we can get some of those mandrakes. So you can service me with it. And potentially I can give birth to a child. Because remember, all the children, the blessing of the children, the blessings of the womb was given to the less favored wife. That's why we keep telling you brothers out there, when you see a woman that's drop dead gorgeous, don't jump like a fucking dog and pounce on that shit because the Most High's favor might not be with her. So we even need to teach you guys how to pick wives, man. Because you guys are picking wives based on countenance alone. You don't do that, man. Because the Spirit of the Lord doesn't have it places that are favored. He always goes for the underdog. He always goes for the least esteemed. Just like these brothers out here, they have the least subscribers out of all the brothers that came out of the church of Yahushua 144. But Yahuwah through the Spirit picked them to bring out this revelation, man.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
So yeah, read that. Malak, carry on reading that.
Verse 16. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him, and said, Thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes.
There you go.
And he laid with her that night.
And through the Spirit, that's how a lot of Reubenites are living out here. That's why we call them gigolos. Okay? They don't have to work, man.
Malak,
They put the women to work.
Malak, not cutting off, but you're saying something because on top of it, they like dressing well. They love to dress well. It goes into it. So they can get a woman, lay the hammer down, and then
She's theirs forever.
You know?
Because once he hits the right notes, once he touches the right spot, she ain't going nowhere.
That's right.
Who's she fooling, man? You women know you love these Congolese guys, man. You know you love them. And the ones from Brazil as well, you know you love them. And it's funny because the ones in Brazil, they do the same dance the Congolese guy. It's just a watered down version of it. They call it the samba dance. It's the same thing. Ronaldinho,
Yeah, he does it. Yeah.
Ronaldinho is from the tribe of Reuben. That's why he used to do that samba dance, man. Where's he getting that from? That's a Reubenite. All right? That's a Reubenite right there, man. Ronaldo number 9. That's why they had short careers. That's the curse of Reuben.
Right.
Reuben, thou shalt not prosper. Okay? So we know what we're talking about out here, man. All right? And even the cage fighters, like Anderson Silva, yeah, just to name a few. You know, you gotta have big balls to get into an octagon cage,
Right,
you know?
right.
And when I say big balls, I'm talking about literally, man.
Right.
To get into a cage, and most of the UFC fighters are from the tribe of Reuben as well. Because those guys, they will knock your shit off, man. And Reuben had big balls to be getting in bed with his father's handmaid.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because that's what they say. So you got big balls, yeah? Yeah, he does, literally. He walks with his balls hanging, man. He's that confident. All right? So we know who the tribe of Reuben are through the Spirit, man. And also, if you want to get deeper, when you go to Brazil, what are the Brazilians known for? What are they good at? Football. Is that not playing with balls?
That's right.
In the Spirit.
Literally. Literally, mate.
That's right. You see what
It goes
I'm
that
saying?
deep. It goes that deep.
It goes that deep, man.
Damn.
All right?
Damn.
So the Rawaka Kwadasha, the Kwadasha Rawaka doesn't miss. It's in sniper mode right now. Straight headshots, man.
That's right.
And like we said, the Most High saved the best for last. That's what you're witnessing, man. And we're just getting started, man. We're just getting started. All right? So, yeah, carry on reading that. So she hired Jacob with the mandrakes, like the women with Reuben. They pay him money, they take care of him, they buy him nice clothes so he can keep coming back at night time when the jiggy gets going and the going gets jiggy and the lights turn off. Because that's all they care about, man. No woman wants to be out there working. They just want to be getting the pipe laid down and just live comfortably.
Right.
That's what they want.
That's a fact.
And that's all through the Spirit, man. Alright? Carry on.
Verse 17. It's like your verse 17. And Yahweh hearkened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the 5th son.
Right, she bare Jacob the 5th son.
And Leah said, Yahweh have given me my hire.
Yahweh have given the hire, and that's how she had Issachar YASHASHAKAR. That's why Issachar is strong, because the end product of having a mandrake baby is that the baby is gonna come out strong.
That's right.
All right,
That's real, man.
and that's Issachar right there, strong. Okay, strong. And really, Issachar is a strong ass couching between two burdens.
Right.
And isn't that how the penis sits in between the two balls? Right.
That's right.
That's right.
Right. Hey, the Most High is cold, man.
Yahweh is cold.
That's what I'm saying.
Beautiful.
The way the Spirit is coming with this information, man, you know. Issachar is a strong ass couching between two burdens.
God bless you.
Couching between two burdens, man. Carry on.
Because I have given my maiden to my husband, and she called his name Issachar.
There you go. So Issachar is a strong ass, man. Couching between two balls. Alright? That goes back to Reuben, man. The Mandrake man. And even when you hear Mandrake, it should tell you it's something to do with your manly parts, because it's called Mandrake.
Right, exactly.
And those type of herbs, you can only find it on the continent. Yeah, you may be able to find it in the Caribbean, but the strong ones, you can only find it in the continent, man. Alright? And it's funny because I watched a video a while back and I seen the guys in Brazil, they had the mandrakes. I was like, wow, they got the mandrakes in Brazil. So you see, it follows them everywhere they go. Romans 8 and 16. The Spirit beareth witness that we are the children of YAWADAH from the 12 tribes of Yasharal.
That's right.
Alright? So yeah, back to the notes. Let me see if there's any more. Because I made a few notes about the tribe of Reuben. Alright? Let's see what else we got on that. Close that one out. Right, so it says Reuben used the mandrake to power up his rod. And when Rachel pleaded with Leah to lend it to her for Jacob to use it on her so she can conceive. Mandrake meaning love apple, like the brother showed you. Right, it says a more intensive examination of the tribe brings us to Brazil, which most of the Reubenites were sent there as slaves. Because if you go, the slaves sent to Brazil, most of them came from the Congo. Alright? That's why, like I said, they do that samba dance.
Right.
A lot of Brazilian footballers do that dance as well. Alright? Okay, so it says sent as slaves. Consider the samba dance, which is a watered down version of the original Mandrake dance. Also, the fact that they excel so much at football displays the Heavenly Father's sarcasm. Alright? Because playing with balls is synonymous with how he was playing with balls back then. Going in onto Jacob's concubine. Considering Reuben once loved to play with his balls, even to the extent he slept with his father's concubine, Bilhah. And when you go into the definition for the word Bilhah, go to it. Because a lot of Reubenite women are actually whores, man. They're sluts. Why? Because they receive that long, or they desire the long, so they keep trying so many men, trying to find that Reubenite stroke. That's why they amass so many men. Because they're built to receive massive rods.
What percent is that?
Bilhah. Yeah, let's type in Bilhah. Get the first one. Yeah. What's the definition for Bilhah? It actually tells you it's troubled. That's one of the Reubenite gal. You see it. Only Reuben can handle that shit, man.
Bilhah.
Troubled. Show it to them. The Reubenite women are whores, man.
It means trouble.
They get around. That's why through the Spirit.
Let me show them quickly as well.
That's why through the Spirit, a lot of sex tourism goes on in Brazil. And a lot of Edomites go to Congo to sleep with the women there, man.
Troubled.
They use them as like prostitutes, you know? They're troubled, man. Bilhah means troubled. So a lot of Reubenite women have the spirit of Bilhah on them. They're troubled, man. You know?
Look at Eve laughing.
There you go. So, yeah, that's it on that one. So let's carry on. Alright? Look, don't worry. You see, Eve is going to be destroyed out here, man.
never be comfortable, innit?
You know back in the days here, they were snitching on the men of the Lord.
Yes, they were.
What happened to them? They got destroyed by the Romans.
right.
But the record survived though.
Yes.
Just like it's gonna survive today. The tabernacle is still gonna be built up regardless. We're building. No one cares about Eve riding a Mercedes. There ain't gonna be nothing in the kingdom. We're gonna be flying in chariots.
That's right.
We don't need to be queued up like camels in the desert.
Stuck in fumes. Man.
You don't need parking space in the skies.
That's right.
You don't need parking space. Exactly. Mind the gap, please. You don't need that.
That's right.
You know? You don't need it. Your chariot will just be hovering above your head while you're walking. Just like they show you the angel with the halo on his head. That's what they're trying to say.
Right.
It tells you that in Ezekiel, the spirit of the angel was inside the chariot.
Right.
So wherever he went, the chariot followed him.
That's right.
And how are we going to come to the throne of Yahweh just walking up to it?
Right.
You're coming in a chariot.
That's it.
Because it says his throne is inestimable.
Right.
So you can't just turn up as you are. You need to come with your chariot, man.
Tell them, Malak. Tell them.
The Most High sits on his throne and the clouds of heaven come to him, which is the chariot. It tells you that in Daniel 7, Yahushua came with the clouds of heaven.
Right.
What's that talking about, man? That's talking about the men of the Lord in their chariots coming to the throne.
Right.
And in Revelations 5 it says, and they said unto him that sat on the throne, thou hast made us kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Right.
We don't care about that Eve, man. She ain't even gonna get picked. She's already been well spent in Babylon. She's just writing out the last few pieces of change left in her.
There you go.
Put that in the meter machine, man. Let's carry on. I just have to throw that out there. Because the Most High is angry with you Eves, man. And the men of the Lord don't like you.
Right.
Alright? The men of the Lord don't like you. Who cares about you right now? Nobody cares about you, man.
Y'all messed up, man.
Okay? The young ones are gonna be in the kingdom.
Right,
not you.
not the old bags.
But they defiled.
Yeah, defiled, man.
But anyway, let's get back to this. Let's get back to this money, man. So, yeah, like it's we done with Bilhah, troubled.
we done with
showed
that.
them, yeah.
Right. So, all right. It says also another reason Brazil is one of the top destinations for sex tourism as a curse lingering for a sign and a wonder. That's why a lot of people go to Brazil to sleep with the women there, man.
Right.
Because why? Reuben slept with his father's wife, so that's a curse for him as well. Can't. Yeah, I'm gonna try and speed. I'm gonna try and go as quickly as I can.
No, it's okay, man, because they're gonna watch it.
All right, so
even if you 3 hours, they're gonna watch it.
all right, so let's go to the second tribe, Simeon. Get me Simeon as well. Genesis, Simeon's birth. Simeon. So yeah, we got Reuben there. Now actually, before we close out on Reuben, let me run the numerical value for Reuben. Numerical value. Do it. I'll tell you what the numbers are. Right? Get your calculator. We've got the calculator. Yeah, get the calculator. So run the numerical value for Reuben. Because remember, it says Reuben is known for sexual prowess, and that sexual prowess goes back to sickle.
Right.
Because really the sickle, the 7, which is penis, is used for harvesting women as well.
That's right. Makes sense.
Because what do men use to harvest women? Their penis, their big, exactly. That's why, hey, when you have sex here, you're actually cutting.
Yeah.
You're cutting
that's
into
what-
the
That's what they say in the
You're
ends.
juking.
Cutting, man.
There you go.
It's a
You're
chop.
juking.
Yeah, man.
Right, so RAAWABAN, Ra is 200,
200, right?
A is 1 plus 1, Wa is 6, and Ba is 2, and Na is 50, I believe, right? Yeah, Na is 50. 259. So add that up. So 2 plus 5. Let me write it down.
That's 16, 7.
7. You see
Number
that?
7.
Number 7, man.
Then the harvesters. that's what they're good for. They will harvest. They will harvest your woman.
They will harvest your woman, man. They'll take that shit away from you.
Yeah, they will take that shit away from you. Man.
So keep your wives away from the tribe of Reuben, man.
She will be with you, but she will have him like, you know.
Yeah, I think he's in my pocket.
She will have him, man, on the low.
Alright. So I'm just gonna write that real quick, show it, and then we'll end it on that. Damn, Reuben took up 51 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a lot, man.
It's a lot of information. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to cut it.
Oh, you finish your time?
Or just, no. 51.
So 200.
Only start with, that's only one try. Yeah, I know, man. People say,
Hey, that man, they were. Hey, we took our hand off the plow. Wait, what was the total again?
They fought.
it was 7.
Okay, so that's
It's 259.
79. Okay, yeah, 259. 259.
So that 9 plus 7, that's
So
16,
2
16,
plus
7.
5 plus 9 equals. So that's 7, 16. 1 plus 6, 7. Right, so show that, and then we'll end it on Reuben. We need to run to Simeon real quick. Simeon, I'm gonna blitz through. Yeah, Reuben is the first tribe, innit? So there's a bit of information on there still.
That was a good introduction, man. Trust me. That's
Right, so that's Reuben's numerical value totals back to 7. Sickle. 7 goes back to penis as well, because the penis is the 7th part of the body. All right, I showed you that, and with that, we're gonna go to Simeon now. SHAMAIWAN. Shamai means to be heard or to hearken.
This is
Read about
Genesis
Simeon.
chapter 29, verse 33. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, because Yahweh have heard that I was hated, he have therefore given me the son also, and she called his name Simeon.
Definition for Simeon.
Yeah.
So she said, because Yahweh has what? Has heard that I was hated.
Right.
So let's find out the meaning for Simeon. Alright, that's gonna bring us to who the tribe of Simeon are, man. Because something very interesting happened in the Bible that a lot of you guys didn't even have a clue about. But the RAAWABAN is gonna show you.
This is it. This is the outline, biblical outline usage for Simeon equals heard.
Heard.
But I'm showing you.
Heard.
That's right.
I'm gonna bring this one out real quick. So it says Simeon. Simeon is into, this is my own personal notes that the Spirit inspired me to write, by the way. Simeon. Simeon is into fortune telling and palm reading, especially the Simeonite women. Mostly of a fair countenance, okay? Mostly among Judah in Ghana. When you go, I'm from Ghana, so when you go to Ghana, there's these women, very good looking women. They call themselves prophetesses, but really they're working on the left-hand side.
Right.
What they do is, they'll say, oh brother, I can see something about you, and then they'll tell you lies, and if you hearken onto them, you get destroyed. But most of them have familiar spirits on them because of their fair countenance. Because what happens is when you're of a fair countenance, there's something called spiritual marriage. Okay, spirits want to spiritually marry you. That's how people get familiar spirits on them. All right, it's very common among fair individuals.
Right.
Because spirits, those of you that know about the spiritual realm and that, spirits like to marry fair individuals spiritually. That's why the Most High, most of the high priests were of a fair countenance. Moses was of a fair countenance. Aaron was of a fair countenance. Phinehas was of a fair countenance. And Eleazar was of a fair countenance. And even today, they're still of a fair countenance. Well, there you go. So it says, mostly of a fair countenance, mostly among Judah in Ghana. And Ghana is right next to Togo, which we believe Togo is actually where the Benjamites go. We're going to explain why. Which houses the Benjamites? So get Joshua chapter 19 verse 9, just to prove that the Simeonites are among the tribe of Judah, because the tribe of Judah is actually Ghana. We're going to go into that.
This is the book of Joshua,
Joshua 19 and 9.
chapter 19.
Dealing with the tribe of Simeon. There's a lot of Simeonite fortune tellers in Ghana. And a lot of them operate even in here in England. When you go to Seven Sisters, they're there. Alright? Because a lot of you women, you go there to consult them. You do that a lot. They're fortune tellers, innit? You go, oh, my boyfriend doesn't come home no more. I don't know what to do. Can you please help me? And then you go and see them and they prophesy lies onto you. They might tell you one or two things that's true. So you be like, "Rah, she's telling the truth." They might say, "Is your mother's name such and such?" And then you get marveled. And then you go. And also they can call spirits as well. Right, go on.
In the book of Joshua, chapter 19, starting at verse 9. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon.
Was the what?
Was the inheritance of the children of Simeon.
The inheritance of the children of Simeon was within the inheritance of the children of Judah, because what?
For the part of the children of Judah was too much for them.
Right, we had too much land. So the Simeonites came and took land from our spot. Alright? That's why when you go to the prophecy in Genesis 49, what does Genesis 49 say? Simeon and Levi are brethren. But he further goes on to say, I will scatter them in Israel.
Right.
Okay? Right. Come on. So the Simeonites are among the tribe of Judah, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Right, the Simeonites are among the tribe of Judah. Okay, so now let's go to 1 Samuel 28. So the tribe of Simeon are in Ghana.
That's right.
Alright? The tribe of Simeon are in Ghana. They're among the Judites in Ghana.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 28, starting at verse 1.
Start from verse 7.
This is the book of 1 Samuel chapter 28, starting at verse 7.
Read it out loud.
Then Saul said unto his servant,
Right.
seek me a woman that have a familiar spirit.
That have a what?
That have a familiar spirit.
Right, so it shows you the Simeonite women have the familiar spirit. Okay, read.
That I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servants said unto him, behold, there is a woman that have a familiar spirit at Endor.
At what?
At Endor.
At what?
At Endor.
Get the definition for Endor. Endor.
How do you spell it?
E-N-D-O-R. Endor.
yeah.
The definition for Endor will bring us closer. And the woman that Saul went to consult was actually from the tribe of Simeon. And we're going to explain why.
Okay.
Right. She was from the tribe of Simeon. It doesn't say she was a Simeonite, but after we break it down, you're going to understand why. Get Endor. What does Endor mean?
Endor means go.
You should say I.
Biblical out.
Actually, go to that one. There. Sorry. Yes, this one. Yeah. Because Endor is 2 words, isn't it? Right.
So we've gone to the root word. The root word for Endor, the root word biblical outline usage is I.
Ayan. You see that? Right. So someone who has eyes. Someone who can see spirits. Alright?
Verse 8. And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiments. And he went and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night.
Right, they came to her by night. Read.
And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me by the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I name unto thee. And the woman said unto him, behold, thou knowest what Saul hath done, how he hath cut off those that have familiar spirits and wizards out of the land. Wherefore then layest thou a snare for my life to cause me to die? And Saul sware to her by the name of Yahweh, saying, as Yahweh liveth, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. Then said the woman, whom shall I bring up unto thee? And he said, bring me up Samuel.
Right, he said, bring me up Samuel. Now imagine, if this woman was any ordinary person, you think she could call up Samuel? She has to be a special type of Israelite to be able to call the spirit of Samuel, and Samuel will hearken and actually come.
That's right.
That's how you know she's from the tribe of Simeon, because Simeon means what? To hearken.
Yeah.
And also the Most High was not hearkening. The Most High was not speaking unto Saul anymore. So Saul needed someone to hearken unto him. So he went to the woman whose tribe's name means hearken.
That's right.
And it's actually going to say that. Carry on reading.
And when the woman saw Samuel, let me read verse 10. It says, and Saul swore to her by Yahweh.
Jump to verse 15.
Verse 15. And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed,
Right.
for the Philistines make war against me, and Yahweh is departed from me,
Right.
and answereth me no more.
He answereth me no more.
Right.
So, and what does Simeon mean? It means to what? To be heard.
To heard, right, yeah.
To be hearkened. So he needed someone to hear him out.
Right.
So he had to go to the Simeonite woman
yeah.
so she can hear him out.
Right.
And, you know, do what he needed to be done.
Right.
Okay? So that shows you that that woman was from the tribe of Simeon. And also, that woman could not have been able to call Samuel spirit if she was not a Simeonite.
That's right.
Because Simeon means to be hearkened to. Someone who you need to hearken to.
Right.
That's why she was able to call Samuel and Samuel hearkened.
Right.
That's pretty straightforward, man. That's it on that one. Now let's go to Judith.
Yeah, the Apocrypha.
Who's got the Apocrypha? Yeah.
The one I am to read it.
Okay, yeah, you read it. You go to Judith. Let me get it for you. Yeah, you read it.
Now let him relax with the stick, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, chill. Yeah. Get Judith. I just want to make a point because remember, Judith was from the tribe of Simeon, and she said something specific, which is synonymous with what just happened with the woman calling up Samuel's spirit. Because the Simeonite women, they've got the ability, okay, to tell you something and confound you with it, and you actually believe and listen to them. Because think about it, after Saul went to the woman, and Samuel said he was going to die with his sons, because that's what ultimately Samuel told him. He still went out to the battle. Why? Because the woman told him what he wanted to hear, and he hearkened onto the woman, so he went and died. The Most High killed him. All right.
Harking on to the woman.
Yeah, he hearkened onto the woman because the woman told him what he wanted to hear. He doesn't say that she told him what he wanted to hear, but the reason why Saul went out to war is because the woman probably told him, you're going to prevail, man. Don't listen to what Samuel said. You know, Samuel was just saying that he's dead.
She don't want to die as well.
Exactly. She did not want to die because she was afraid when she saw Saul, because Saul was killing off all the fortune tellers. So she had to tell him what he wanted to hear, and he hearkened onto her. There you go. So Judith chapter 4, and start from verse 12. Because the children of Israel cried unto Yahweh for the Assyrians.
This is the book of Judith, chapter 4. I should start at verse 12. It says, and cried to Yahweh of Israel, it's like cried to the power of Israel, all with one consent earnestly, that he would not give their children for a prey, and their wives for a spoil, and the cities of their inheritance to destruction, and the sanctuary to profanation.
So the children of Israel in the time of Judith cried unto YAWADAH YASHASHAKAR, and YAWADAH YASHASHAKAR responded by raising up a woman from the tribe of Simeon, because Simeon means to be heard.
That's right.
Now let's see what one of the traits of the Simeonite woman Judith was. Get Judith chapter 9 and verses Judith chapter 8 verse 7. Judith 8 and 7.
This is the book of Judith, chapter 8, starting at verse 7. She was also of a good countenance and very beautiful to behold.
You see? So Simeonite women are very beautiful. I told you that. That's the spirit. Well, that's one point made. Now go to Judith chapter 9 verses 10.
This is the book of Judith, chapter 9 and verse 10. And it reads, smite by deceit of my lips the servant with the prince, and the prince with the servant.
Did you hear that? Smite by deceit of my lips. That's what Judith is saying, you know. Because she knows she has the ability to speak words which will be believed. Okay? Right. Now jump down to verse 13.
Verse 13, and make my speech and deceit to be their wounds and stripe, who have purposed cruel things against thy covenant.
You see that? My lips to be their wound. You see that? That's why these Simeonite women are dangerous, man. And there's a lot of them in Ghana, man. So the tribe of Simeon are in Ghana. That's it on that one. Now let's move on. Let's go to the tribe of Levi. Because remember, it says Simeon and Levi are brethren. Alright? Let's go to the tribe of Levi. Get me Levi. Levi's birth. The tribe of Levi.
LAWAYA.
book of Genesis, chapter 29, starting at verse 34. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons.
Right, so Levi means joined. And I'm going to explain that later on in the lesson. So Levi means joined. So carry on.
Therefore was his name called Levi.
Therefore was his name called Levi. LAWAYA. Okay. So over here in my notes, I've got the tribe of Levi is spread throughout all the tribes, as they have no allotted land, as Simeon, who shares land with Judah. Deuteronomy chapter 10 verses 9. Read that real quick. Deuteronomy 10 verses 9. Deuteronomy chapter 10 verses 9.
Simeon shares land with Judah.
This is the book of Deuteronomy,
Shares land with Judah.
Yep.
So how come that? Simeon-
chapter 10, starting at verse 9. And it reads, it says, wherefore Levi have no part nor inheritance with his brethren.
Right?
Yahweh is the inheritance according as Yahweh thy power promised him.
Right. So Levi had no allotted land.
Right.
Now get the bit where he spread them in all Israel. Deuteronomy chapter 10 and verses... No, actually, Joshua 21. 21 verses 1. The Most High spread the tribe of Levi into all the tribes. So every tribe has a Levi in there. But the bulk of the Levites were put in the tribe of Benjamin.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 21, starting at verse 1. Then came near the heads of the fathers of the Levites unto Eleazar the priest, and unto Joshua the son of Nun, and unto the heads of the father of the tribes of the children of Israel. And they spake unto them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, saying, Yahweh commanded by the hand of Moses to give us cities to dwell in, with the suburbs therefore for our cattle. And the children of Israel gave unto the Levites out of their inheritance at the commandment of Yahweh these cities and their suburbs.
Right, so it says the children of Israel, meaning he scattered them. Because when you go to Genesis 49, Simeon and Levi are brethren. It says what? Jacob said, I will scatter them in Israel. Okay? We ain't got enough time to go into that. Check it out for yourself. But basically, the bulk of the Levites are in the land of Benjamin. Okay? The land of Benjamin. We're going to prove that. What's the problem?
Yeah, he just
Oh, right. So, you want to get it, Malak? Yeah, so get Genesis. No, actually, let's get the one about. Jeremiah 1 and 1. So the prophet Jeremiah, he was from the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
We're gonna get what land he was doing. Even Ahimelech with the shewbread was in the land of Benjamin as well. Alright? So get Jeremiah 1 and 1 real quick. Jeremiah 1 and 1.
This is it. Jeremiah 1 and verse 1. And it reads, the word of Jeremiah, the son of Hilkiah, the priests that were in Anathoth, in the land of Benjamin.
In the land of what?
In the land of Benjamin.
Right.
Land of Benjamin.
So Benjamin had a land known as the priestly land. There was a lot of priests there, man. Okay. Right. So over here in my notes, I've got the tribe of Levi is spread throughout all the tribes, as they have no allotted land, as Simeon who shares land with Judah. Deuteronomy 10 verse 9 and Deuteronomy 18 verses 2.
Right.
And also in Joshua 21, it says the tribe of Levi was spread throughout all the tribes, but the bulk of them are in the land of, they're near where the Benjamites are. Okay, spread throughout the tribes. Although Levi is spread throughout the tribes, a notable place of interest where they practice heavy spiritism as pertaining to Genesis 49 verse 5, instruments of cruelty are in their habitation,
Right.
is a place in West Africa called Benin.
That's right.
Yeah, Nigeria.
Okay, and Benin is right next to Togo,
Yeah.
which we believe is where the Benjamites are.
Right.
That's why Saul was able to go to Benin to go and slay the priest of the Lord, Doeg, slay the priest of the Lord, and he was able to go into Ghana.
Right.
Okay, because what? Benjamin shall dwell safely between the Most High shoulders. So that will be the land of Togo, which is in between Ghana and Benin. So he was able to go to Ghana to see that spiritual medium woman, and he was able to go into Benin to go and slaughter the priests of the Lord by the hand of Doeg. You can read that when you get a chance. We ain't got time to go into all of that because we've got a lot to get through. Right. So Benin, okay, which has a high concentration of Levites from Aaron and Moses' line, most were taken as slaves to a place called Haiti, which is where Apostle Tahar and Gorilla Hebrew are from.
That's right.
Because the Haitians, if you ask them where they come from, they trace their roots back to Benin.
Right.
Now Benin is known in West Africa to have a lot of
Voodoo.
and stuff. Thank you.
That's
So-
where people go every time they want to do some science. That's the country to go in West Africa.
That's where they
That
go.
is
Like in
shut
Jamaica,
down.
they say science man.
Right,
Science man.
Right.
That's it.
So that's
Right.
Benin. And also Benin sounds like, you know the name that, Rachel
First gave to
gave
Benjamin.
to Benjamin.
Right.
So get that precept, is it Genesis? Yeah, Genesis 35 and 18. Right, so I'll carry on reading. And it says, most of the slaves were taken to Haiti, where, like we said, Apostle Tahar and Gorilla Hebrew are from. These go back to Moses and Eleazar, because Apostle Tahar is Moses, I've said it already. And Gorilla Hebrew is Eleazar, Alaazar, the high priest. That's why he calls himself the high priest. That's the spirit.
And to the spirit as well.
That will
He went to a show to a highly known so-called Edomite, historian, and apparently he just destroyed him, man. But the brother knows, he knows the word, man.
Yeah, come on, there you go.
Yeah.
It says that will make the little Togo, because Togo is a small country, it's little.
Right.
That will make the little country of Togo, the Benjamites dwelling, as they dwell close to the chief of the Levites. Most of the prophets were Levites. Major ones, because like we said, Ahimelech was living in the land of Benjamin as well. Ahimelech, the guy with the shoe ring.
Right.
That's right.
Rachel called Benjamin initially, Genesis 35, read that, and 18. And remember, Benin is right next to Togo. And let's see what Rachel called Benjamin before it was changed.
This is 35 and 18 in Genesis, and it says, and it came to pass as her soul was in departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni.
Benoni. And
Right.
Benoni sounds like Benin.
Right.
Benoni.
Yeah.
And
Benoni.
you get the
Benin.
interlinear definition of it, because this makes sense. It says biblical outline usage, son of my sorrow.
Yeah, come on, break
Son
it down.
of my sorrow.
Son of my sorrows.
Son of my sorrow, because if you look at it like we were just talking about, what are they doing? You know what I mean? On the left hand
folly.
Folly.
And also, what did Jacob say in Genesis 49? He said, "Oh my soul,
Right.
come not near their habitation."
That's right.
Okay, I will scatter them in Israel, because he told Simeon and Levi, "You guys have caused me to stink among these Perizzites.
Right.
You have troubled me."
Right.
So they were children of his sorrow at that time.
Right.
So it ties into that as well.
Right.
Let's move on, man. So yeah, it says also Benin sounds similar to Benoni, which is what Rachel called Benjamin initially in
Right.
Genesis 35 and 18.
Right.
This also shows the Benjamites live within close proximity with Levi. Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 1 and 1 Samuel 21 verse 1. Get 1 Samuel 21 verse 1.
Powerful.
1 Samuel 21 verse 1 and check Nob.
First Samuel.
N-O-B, yeah, 1 Samuel 21 verse 1 about him in it.
Okay, this is the book of 1 Samuel,
Check Nob.
chapter 21, starting at verse 1. It says, "Then came David to Nob, to Ahimelech, to Nob,
Right?
Then came David to Nob, to Ahimelech the priest, and Ahimelech was afraid at the meeting of David, and said unto him, Why art thou alone, and no man with thee?
Right, that's it on that. Now get the definition for Nob.
The definition for Nob, Nayaba is called in the Lashon 1, and it's high place.
Right. But does it say a priestly city? What's the other definition?
And the other definition down the bottom, it says a priestly city of Benjamin situated on some eminence north but near
Wow.
There you go.
That's right.
That's Benin, man.
That's right.
There you go.
Hey, man, show them
A priestly city in Benjamin. There you go.
There you go.
A priestly city. That's Benin, without a shadow of a doubt. Because all the Haitians, that place is different, man. Because even when I was in Ghana, I used to hear that people go there when they want the real thing.
Yeah.
So that's Levi right there, boy. So that's Benin. All right. Should we show them on the map?
Exactly.
How many minutes? This video looks like it's gonna be long, man. How many?
1 hour 19 minutes.
1 hour 19. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna try and go as quickly as possible because we've got so much. So Benin will be over there.
Right.
And you see Benin, and you got Togo and Ghana. So little Benjamin is dwelling safely between Ghana and Benin. Show it to them. Ghana and Benin.
It's right there.
Ghana and Benin. See Ghana, Benin, Togo, right in between Ghana and Benin. Little Benjamin. That's what the scripture calls Benjamin.
Yeah, little Benjamin.
Little Benjamin.
Psalm 68, I believe.
The Most High shoulders is what? Judah, which is the kingship, and Benin, which is the priesthood. Malak the king of righteousness. Melchizedek title, right there. Benjamin dwelling safely in between.
Come and show them quickly here and then. That's right there.
So everything's
right there.
Benin,
So
Ghana. That's
Ghana.
Banyamyam,
Right.
Judah, and that's Levi.
Right.
And also, Hosea 5 and 8 says what? Blow ye the trumpet in Gibeah. Who blows the trumpets? The priest with the priest.
That's right.
And Gibeah is in the land of Benjamin.
That's right.
Anyway, that's it on Levi. So yeah, let's move on. Let's move on quickly. Let's go to the fourth son, Judah. Everyone wants to be Judah.
Yeah,
man.
everyone will be Judah, it's true though.
I told Issachar how I'm from the tribe of Judah. He said, what did he say? He said, oh, so you guys made yourself Judah. Oh man. He was too worried about us being from the tribe of Judah. Just be glad you're a tribe.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Rotting. Just be glad you're a tribe, man. Anyway, Judah. Let's get Judah. Real quick. Yeah, get Judah. Yeah, let's be quick, brothers.
Judah. Maroon, innit? You know that Nani, she came from Marcos.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 29, starting at verse 35. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she said, now will I praise Yahweh. Therefore she called his name Judah.
And Judah doesn't mean YAWADAH. Because when you go into the root etymology of Judah, it actually says Yada, which means Yada, which means the hand to praise. Okay, he is praised.
That's right.
Because Yad means hand. And Judah is not YAWADAH, it's YAWADAH. And I can say that because I'm from the tribe of Judah. And the tribe of Judah is in Ghana. And I'm going to read this. To find Judah, we must consider by country who started the liberation of the West Africans from colonial rule. It is none other than Ghana, which happens to go back to the great Mali Empire, which means Malak, because Mali actually goes back to the Arabic word Malik, which means Malak. Okay, a lot of Muslims call themselves Malik. Malik is actually Malak. It's a corruption of the Lashiwana Padasha word Malak, which means king. Alright? Right, it says from colonial rule is none other than Ghana, which happens to go back to the great Mali Empire, which means Malak or Malik by some definitions. Now there was a guy from Ghana, his name was Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. he rose up and started the revolution of the blacks. Because right after he liberated Ghana, that's when the Americans started their civil rights thing.
Right.
And then that's when the rest of the tribes started revolting and they got independence.
The chain reaction.
The chain reaction. So Judah started the revolution. Judah is a lion's, a couching lion.
Right.
Who shall rouse him up. Okay? They don't want to talk about that though. Right. It says Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana rose up and started the revolution of the blacks. Not just in West Africa, but all over the world.
Right.
Even as far as China. Man had the Chinese revolting. Right. It says, also most notable is the Ashanti Kingdom, which is still standing today as pertaining to Genesis 49 verse 10. The scepter or kingship shall not depart from Judah. Even the royal family, Prince Charles, he goes there every year to go and celebrate the Ashanti festival with the king there. That's how big that kingship is, man. Because it goes back to King David's throne. And if you look at the Ashanti king, he's wearing Dalafa, which is the door, which goes back to the shield of the
I've
wife.
seen that. Yep.
Alright? We ain't got time, do your own research. Right, it says the scepter shall not depart from Judah, okay? It says, which really is the last authentic representation of the Wad's throne on the continent. Also, the geography shows that Ghana is at the center of the world by both longitude and latitude, which is 0.0 degrees. Show that to them. Ghana, did I say? Ghana is at the center of the world, 0.0 longitude and latitude. Yeah, but we gotta show it to them because that's very important. 0.0 longitude and latitude. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I've got it there. Let's show it. It says, where is the center of the earth? The center of the earth could be considered to be located at the geographic coordinates of 0.0, which is located just off of the coast of Ghana's capital, Accra, making Ghana the country the closest to the center of the earth. Woo, show it to them. To the center. Ghana is at the center of the earth, man.
It's the closest country to the center of the earth.
Yes, exactly. Because when you want to draw a circle, where you put the compass is the point.
That's right.
So that's 0.0. That's Esau saying that.
Yeah.
That's not us. Esau said that, man. That's Google.
You see that there?
That's Google, man. Yeah, that's it on that.
Well, show it
to your camera. 0.0 degrees, man. Yeah, this is information that they've suppressed. But through the spirit and power of YAWADAH, we're bringing it out.
That's right.
Alright?
That's right.
That's why everyone is going to go.
Everyone is going, exactly. Because that's where King David is from. Really and literally. That's where King David is from. Right. Which is located off of the coast of Ghana's capital. Right. Now back to the notes.
Deep.
This is a new wine.
Right. Right. It says also Ghanaians call God Yehovah, which sounds like Yahweh. All the Ghanaians, they call God Yehovah, which sounds like Yahweh.
That's true.
Right. Carry on. Right. And in the Ashanti language, the Ghanaians named the fourth day of the week YAWADAH, which is Judah. Because Judah is actually YAWADAH. Let me do the breakdown on the board for that. Hold these for me. Right. Here it comes.
That's right.
Right. So Judah. A lot of you say Judah is YAWADAH, but you want to get Exodus 6 and 3. The Most High said, by my name, Yahweh was I not known.
Right.
So how did Judah get that name if Jacob didn't know what that name was?
I was just about to.
Yeah?
6 and 3, I was just about to go.
Yeah. This is how the Ghanaians say the fourth day of the week. And Judah was what? The fourth son. There you go. That's how YAWADAH.
Bring it out.
There you go, YAWADAH. That's how you say Judah, YAWADAH.
The fourth day of the week.
Yeah, and the Ghanaians, they call the 4th day, they read Yawadah.
Let me show it to the
They call it Yawadah. And if you was born on that day, they call you Yaw.
Yeah, yeah.
They call you Yaw. Yeah, man. You can't get away from this, man. The Ghanaians are the tribe of Judah.
Tell them.
The Ashanti Empire.
That's right. Even
Okay.
in the Negro land, like I said, the kingdom of Judah.
The kingdom of Judah.
Right.
There you go.
Come on.
So God, so Yawadah. So that's it on that one. And also read Exodus 6 and 3 because some of you.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, and also read Exodus 6 and 3 because they say Yawadah is meant to be Yahawadah.
Right.
But what they keep forgetting is the Most High said this. Read that.
This is Exodus 6 and verse 3, and it reads, "And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of Yahweh Almighty. But by my name, as they put here, it says Jehovah, was I not known unto them."
Right. He said, by my name Yahweh was I not known unto them.
Right.
So that means the patriarchs didn't know Yahweh. They knew Allah Shaddai.
Right.
That's why Ishmael still calls on Allah, because that's what Abraham taught him.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So that's Allah Shaddai. Show them Allah Shaddai. That's how you say Allah Shaddai. Allah. So that is Allah and that is Shaddai. And the Christians say El Shaddai.
El Shaddai, yeah.
Hold on, let me quickly show them.
Yeah, show
Made
them.
songs about it.
They even made it. El Shaddai.
El Shaddai.
There you go, man. There you go. God, the water. Whose phone is that? Is that your phone? Yeah, hold the phone. Yeah, so that's the breakdown on the Judah thing. And the Ghanaians, they call the 4th day of the week Yawadah. So you can't get away from that one. And even the Nigerians, every time shit's about to go down, they say Yawadah boss. Why do they say Yawa? Because the Most High coming.
Stop.
No, no. Just, let me tell you.
Yeah, can't. So then again, the Ghanaians call the 4th day Yawadah. Okay? The Ghanaians call the 4th day Yawadah. And every time shit's about to pop off, like I said, what do Nigerians say? Yawa don't boss. Why? Because Yawa represents Judah. Judah's the head. You know? And he's like the headmaster, really. The headmaster, when the headmaster's coming, they say, yo, Yawa. So it's all there, man. It's all there. So yeah, what else have we got on that? Yeah, so that's the tribe of Judah, right? Okay. We're on number 4, right? Right, let me see what else is here. Yeah, the 4th day is called Yawadah, which is actually the correct way of saying Judah. Because when you look up Judea, type in Judea. Judea, Judea. Let's show it to them on there, Judea. Because you guys are saying Yahawadah, but it's not Yahawadah, it's Yawadah. Okay? He is praised. Because all the tribes are going to be praising Judah. It says, Judah, thou art he who thy brethren shall what? Praise. Get that, Genesis 49 and 8. Yeah, so
4th son, yeah?
the territory of Judah, right? Can you see it says praise? Can you see it doesn't even say Yahweh there?
Nah,
it's got nothing to do with Yahweh.
To do with Yahweh.
And when you go there, Yadah. Okay, you have to go back. But yeah, show that to them. Show that to them.
Which one that? The one that...
The definition is praised. Yeah, Judea. Yeah, can you see there? But when you click on the root etymology, can you see it says praise? It doesn't even say praise the Most High.
Yeah, he says...
If it actually says praise Yahweh, you see Jehovah there.
Right,
Yahweh. So you guys have got the whole thing miscombobulated.
Right.
And the Exodus 6 and 3 is the shing, shing, shing. So we don't even need to go past that one.
Praise.
Right, so where we at? Genesis 49. So all you tribes are going to bow down to Judah. That's a fact. Because that's what Jacob said.
Genesis 49, starting at verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies.
There you go.
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Thy what?
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Thy what?
Thy father's children shall bow down before thee.
Right, man. And it says, kiss the son lest he be angry.
Right.
So in the day of Yahweh Shai, okay, if you don't want to bow down to the tribe of Judah, you're going to get it, man. Because Yahweh Shai, who is your savior, is from the tribe of Judah. So, where else have we got on that? Right. And it says, get the story of Joseph. Get the story of Joseph when they were going to sell Joseph to the Ishmaelites. Get the bit where they dipped his coat in the blood. Because remember, Joseph was given a coat of many colors, right? Genesis 37 and 31.
Genesis chapter 37, starting at 31. And it reads,
Read louder.
it says, and these are the kings that reigned.
No, 37 and 31, bro.
This is Genesis 37, starting at verse 31. This is what it says. It says, and they took Joseph's coat and killed a kid of the goats and dipped the coat in the blood.
Right. And that's the coat of many colors. I got the coat of many colors right here.
Bring it up for them.
Show it to them.
Yeah, man.
So I've showed you the mandrakes. Now I'm going to show you the coat of many colors. In Ghana they call it the kente. This is the coat. This is the coat of many
That's what I was
colors.
wearing. So at some point I was wearing that one.
That's the coat. That's
I wore
the
that
coat.
for a long
That's
time.
the coat of many colors.
Right.
Okay. And it's mostly the Ashantis in Ghana that wear this. All right, because it was Judah's initial idea. It was Judah's initial idea not to kill Joseph, but to actually sell him to the Ishmaelites. So that's the coat of many colors.
It's full.
Oh, is it full?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, just ride with that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go right with this.
God, so that's the coat of many colors. All right. So bring that one forward. The coat of many colors, man.
Hold on, let me stop you and then.
Yeah, can't. You're not in the show. Yeah, make sure you get your YAWASAP.
Yeah, can't.
Where's Yashara?
Nah, go back, Malak. Go back. Oh, yeah. I got you.
You know, Naphtali got ants in his pants, innit?
Can't.
Where's Yashara when we need him, bro? Yo, Yashara, where you at, bro? He just dipped. Because you know Naphtali is a high and let loose, innit?
Who's Yashara?
Yashara, you know the brother that used to hold the camera for
Oh,
us?
Yashar. Yeah, Yashar.
Yashara. Yeah, but it's Yashara, innit? Because you know Naphtali, he's a sprinter.
Yes.
So he can't stay in one place, innit?
Right.
He's always, yeah, because one time we was with him, before we knew he was on the other side of the road. He's quick, innit? He's swift on the feet.
Yeah, sweet on the feet, yeah.
Anyway, so back to business. So we're dealing with the tribe of Judah, and I showed you the kente cloth,
Right.
which goes back to the
You might show
the
it.
coat of many colors. All right, I'll show it again. Yeah, the kente cloth. All right, there you go. Spread that out. Show that. So yeah, the brother's got the kente cloth. That's the coat of many colors, man. Can you see that?
Even on the ancient Egypt painting, the pyramid, they've got Joseph wearing that.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
Joseph wearing that.
Even today, they hold ceremonies like all the elites, like they hold ceremonies with the Kente.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So that's the coat of many colors, man. That was the coat that Jacob gave to Joseph. All right, and Judah is now wearing the coat, right? Because Judah has taken over from Jacob. All right. Judah now has the sinews in the shank. The tendon in the thigh is now Judah's. All right. So wipe that out. Yeah. So Judah has basically taken up, has taken over from his father Jacob. Okay, he's taken over the authority and the majesty of Jacob. Joseph is the one that inherited. Joseph is the one that inherited Jacob's personality.
Right.
And we're gonna go into that. But when it comes to the rulership, even Jacob just said it. The scepter shall not depart from Judah, man. So that's it on the tribe of Judah. Any more brothers want to add to the tribe of Judah?
The tribe of Judah went as well to Africans. The Ashanti tribe went to Africans, and the founder of that country is called Nanak. You know, which Nanak we know is a Hebrew term, and you got the same kingship as well. The Akan, the Ashanti people in the east of Africans, they've got the kingship as well, man. So that's Judah right there. You know?
And also, Scripture speaks about the scepter will not depart from Judah. Judah means hand, like, holy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Even going back to that, bro. Even going back to where Cap was speaking about the land being at 0.0 degrees on the map. Well, obviously that's synonymous with the equator, right? And even in the scriptures, Yahushua made that plain and simple. This is John 11 and 9. I'm just going to bring it out for you. Yeah? It says, and Yahushua answered, "Are there not 12 hours in a day?" Because why? On the equator, it's even, in it. Like you have 12 hours in a day, and then obviously you have 12 hours at night, right? You know what I'm saying? So it says, "Are there not 12 hours in a day? If any man walk in the day, he stumbleth not, because he seeth the light of this world." You know what I mean? So
there you
there's
go.
another parable there.
There you go. And that also shows you the line is on the equator. Because if Ghana is 0.0 and is at the center of the world,
Right.
it means that the middle of the earth is in Ghana, so the Middle East will be to the east of Ghana. So I don't know where they're calling the Middle East. That is some garbage based on that alone.
They made that up.
They made that up, man. It's fake. And we're going to prove that as we go. Let's go to the fifth son real quick. Right, so get me Dan, the tribe of Dan. Because a lot of you don't even know where the tribe of Dan have gone.
Right.
But through the spirit and power of Yahweh YASHASHAKAR, we're going to show you where the tribe of Dan went. Alright? Because if I ask any of you brothers, where's the tribe of Dan? You can't tell us where the tribe of Dan is.
No, because the misconception comes from the fact that it says in Revelation that when you look at the chart, they're not in there.
They're not in there, so they
So
disappear.
they say that, they disappeared. They're moving tribes, but as a tribe, they're no more.
They're no more, but they're still there.
But they're still there.
And we're going to show you where they went. Where they went. Get the tribe of Dan. Yeah, Dan.
Come into this.
When she said with...
Genesis,
Hold on, yeah, go back.
Yeah, you can stand behind me, you know. It doesn't matter. Just like in the old camp, innit?
Yeah, in the old camp, sometimes you couldn't see some brothers thing, but yeah.
Yeah, just go to Genesis 39 or something. Yeah, Dan. I just want to get his birth in it. If you type in Dan, the first thing that comes, it's not hard, you know. Look, Dan.
this is
No, that's Abraham. Genesis 30 and verses 6.
Yeah.
okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 30, starting at verse 6.
Right? This is dealing with the tribe of Dan. Alright? Let's carry on.
And Rachel said, Yahweh have judged me, and have also heard my voice, and have given me a son. Therefore called she his name Dan.
Right. So Rachel's handmaid, Bilhah, gave birth to Dan.
Right.
And Dan means judge. Okay, so now I'm gonna read from my notes here. It says the tribe of Dan, by concrete evidence, would have been swallowed up by the tribe of Levi, pertaining to Moses' staff swallowing up Pharaoh's serpent staff.
Right.
Because if you go to the prophecy concerning Dan, Genesis 49. Listen to what Jacob said about the tribe of Dan. Genesis 49:17. Listen to what it says about the tribe of Dan.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, verse 17. Dan shall be a serpent.
Dan shall be what?
Dan shall be a serpent.
Dan shall be what?
Dan shall be a serpent.
Why did Moses' staff turn into a serpent and swallow up Pharaoh's magicians' snakes? That was synonymous with the tribe of Dan being swallowed up by the tribe of Levi.
Right.
And also, That's why Moses made the brass serpent and put it on a pole. The pole represents the tribe of Levi, okay, being the judges or being the lawgivers. And because Dan means judge, the Most High joined Dan to Levi. That's why Levi means joined to. Joined to who? Joined to the tribe of Dan. Because that's what Levi means. It means joined. She said, now my husband shall be joined to me. So the tribe of Dan was joined to the tribe of Levi.
That's right.
And also Samson was a Nazarite, which goes back to the priesthood.
That's right.
I just want to add something quickly. The tribe of Dan is known for, they were setting up priesthood among the Manasseh tribe. If you read, I believe, some Ezekiel, they were being priests, just like he says. There will be judges, they set up themselves as priests at some point in time in the history of Israel. You check it, you know?
Well, there you go. But anyway, let me read these notes real quick and then we move on. Right, so Moses' staff swallowing up Pharaoh's serpent staff is synonymous with how the tribe of Levi swallowed up the tribe of Dan. They assimilated, okay, the tribe of Dan. Since Levi means joined to me, this tribe is joined to Levi, which is synonymous with the outcome, considering Dan means judge and Levi are the lawgivers. And judgment passes in Israel. This probability was also evident in Samson being under the Nazarite priestly oath. That's why he had the locks. He was a Nazarite from birth. And since Samson represents strength, the tribe of Dan is joined to Levi to strengthen Levi in judgment. Also, Dan represents a serpent, and Moses had a brass serpent and joined to the staff to signify judgment of Dan and laws of Levi. Both the pole and the serpent were joined, representing future merging of Dan to Levi, synonymous with both their names. Numbers 21 verses 9, the brass serpent.
Because the book of Numbers, chapter 21, and starting at verse 9. This is what it says. It says, and Moses made a serpent of brass,
right,
and put it upon a pole. And it came to pass that if a serpent had bitten any man, when he beheld the serpent of brass, he lived.
Right, so the tribe of Dan merged in with the tribe of Levi. And also when you go to Revelation 7, Dan was not sealed because it was sealed in Levi. That's why Levi was mentioned, and that shows you the tribe of Levi are going to take over the tribe of Dan's land. Okay, because they've assimilated into each other. Right, so that's it on the tribe of Dan. So now let's move on to Naphtali. Ants in his pants. Right, get Naphtali. Finding the precept. Yeah, Naphtali is a hind let loose, meaning he's a runner. He sends messages from village to village. Because back in the days, we didn't have text messaging. Naphtali was on text message. He was the postman Pat. Postman Pat from tribe to tribe. Okay, he was the royal mail. The emissary. Alright. Did you put the garment back in the bag?
I'll put it back.
Yeah, it will give it more weight to stop it from moving about. The garment, the kente.
I know, but I'll get this back as well.
Right, so read about Naphtali.
Tribe of Naphtali.
Yeah, we gotta move fast, man. We gotta move fast. The tribe of Naphtali. Come on, brothers. Genesis
49.
Genesis 30 and 8.
This book of Genesis, chapter 30, starting at verse 8. And Rachel said, with great wrestling have I wrestled with my sister.
Right.
And I have prevailed.
And I have what?
And I have prevailed.
And I have what?
And I have prevailed.
Right.
And she called his name Naphtali.
And she called his name Naphtali. Okay. Now let me read from my notes here. The tribe of Naphtali are synonymous with speed and being light on the feet. They are described as hinds because they are swift and light, always ready to break forth. Get Genesis 49 and 21.
This is the book of Genesis.
Genesis 49 and 21. Breaking down the 12 tribes of YASHAR. So we just spoke about the tribe of Dan being assimilated into the tribe of Levi. So that will make the tribe of Dan among the Levites now. That's how it's going to be. Okay, they're going to be among the Levites.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 21. Naphtali's is a hind let loose.
Naphtali is what?
Naphtali
is the hind let loose.
Right. Hind is talking about, like, you know, the deers and the antelopes.
Right.
You see how quickly they move to get away from the prey? Sorry, from the predator.
From the predator.
All right. And that's why the spies we sent to Jericho, they were from the tribe of Naphtali. All right. In Jericho. Why? So they could get away from the enemy and bring the message back.
That's right.
They gotta be someone who could get away.
That's right.
You know?
He giveth goodly words.
He what?
He giveth goodly words.
And that goes back to the messenger thing.
Right.
All right. Naphtali is the modern day text message. You know when you lot are texting away? That's how we used to use Naphtali back then to send messages from village to village. All right, or coast to coast. That's why they dwell by the coastline. All right. And the Naphtali are, you know, when you watch the 100-meter sprinters, they're from the tribe of Naphtali, like Usain Bolt. He's not a Benjamite. He's from the tribe of Naphtali because speed is something you can't train for. You can train as hard as you want, but you're not going to be as fast as the Naphtali guys. They're too quick. Okay. Right. It says they are described as hinds because they are swift and light and always ready to break forth. Also, they make good messengers and emissaries, or ambassadors, or apostles. Because what does apostle mean? Sent away. That's what apostle means. Okay. So through the Spirit, the apostles were dwelling in the tribe of what? Zebulon and Naphtali, because that was spiritual, because Yahushua was going to send them into the world as messengers, ambassadors. That's why they lived in the coast of Zebulon and Naphtali. It tells you that in Matthew chapter 4 and verse 13. That's where Yahushua found Simon Peter, Andrew, John, the sons of thunder. That's where he found them, in the coast of Naphtali and Zebulon. So you can't get away from that one. Right. It says, considering Naphtali dwells close to Zebulon, the location that fits the bill is between Algeria and Tunisia.
That's right.
Which is known as the Maghreb also. Algerians and Tunisians are wrestling champions in Africa.
That's right.
Type in wrestling champion. Now actually, let me because
Show
them between Tunisia and Algeria.
And that's the West Coast as well, you know. So the term Maghreb mean West.
West,
Yeah.
Maghreb.
Tunisia,
For West.
Algeria, on the west sides.
West side, the West Coast. Oh yeah, I think I sent it to you. Yeah. Show that to the camera. Algeria earns 4 gold medals on the final day of wrestling. See, because Naphtali means wrestle.
Algeria owns 5 gold medals
there,
on
and
the
that's
day of
current
wrestling.
news.
Africa wrestling.
Algeria just won 4 gold medals. For what? A wrestling competition. You know? And what does Naphtali mean? It means to wrestle. Have you shown it to them? Get the definition for Naphtali. It means to wrestle.
Interlinear for Naphtali is right here. So like,
Reuben, Where's Reuben? Where's Reuben, man?
there you go.
Man, Reuben lost his team.
Means wrestle.
Can you see that? It means to wrestle with great wrestling.
God. Great wrestling.
See that? Algeria, man. Okay. And some of the fastest footballers are from that area.
Yeah,
Algeria,
they're very good
Tunisia,
at football, man.
Morocco.
Nigeria, they're
You know,
very good.
like the guy that plays for Inter, Hakimi.
Yeah, you got Benzema.
Really fast. Yeah.
You got Benzema as well.
Yeah,
Benzema
that's
and,
Benzema. Like most of the French players are actually from Algeria.
The best one was Zidane and Benzema. They're from Algeria.
You see that? They're from Algeria, man.
Mbappe has an Algerian side. His mother is from Algeria.
Algeria, you see, that's the spirit, man. Sprinters, bro.
And he's
Sprinters.
fast.
Sprinters. They're quick. Yeah? So, let's carry on. It says they're good messengers and ambassadors, and that's why they live by the coastline. Alright? The location that fits the bill is between Algeria and Tunisia. Algerians and Tunisians are also wrestling champions in Africa. Also, the fastest African player, Hakimi, is from Morocco, which borders Algeria. Also, in track and field, most track and field stars stay on the edges of the mark, which is synonymous with Naphtali living on the borders or coastline.
Wow.
Moses blessed Naphtali, saying, possess the west, which is Morocco, and the south, which is Algeria to Tunisia. Deuteronomy 33 verse 23. Read that. Wait, where's the map? That's what I'm saying. We're going into this thing, man. We're going into it through the spirit and power of Yahweh. That's
right.
So look, he says, possess thou the west. Morocco's to the west. And Algeria is southward, because south is like going down. Can you see how Algeria dips down south?
Right.
Like that. He said, possess thou the west and the south. There you go.
God, that's it right there. You see it.
Yeah,
Morocco, Algeria. So Morocco's in the west, and Algeria dips down.
Yeah, so possess thou the west and the what? And the south. Can you see how Algeria goes down south like that? And can you see how it goes towards Morocco to the west? He's on the borderline, and it looks like a line. It is a line. You see that? And it's funny because that line is going southwards and it's going westward.
Right.
You can't make this up, bro. Look at that line. That's going towards the west, and that's going towards the south. Algeria. Yeah, man. There you go.
Yeah, man.
The Algiers, the French Algiers.
Yeah,
Algeria. And it's funny because that's actually not North Africa. That's actually West Africa.
Maghreb is west. It's
Maghreb.
an Arabic term. Maghreb, which is west.
It means west,
It means
isn't it?
west. So they say north, but actually it's west. So it's
Right,
west
so
coast, man.
read Deuteronomy 33 verse 23.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 23. And of Naphtali, he said, O Naphtali, satisfied with favor,
Right?
and full with the blessing of Yahweh.
Yeah, because they can get away from shit. You know, they're favored by Yahweh to get away from the enemy, man. Alright?
Possess thou the west and the south.
Possess what?
Possess thou the west and the south.
Possess thou the west towards Morocco and the south, Algeria, going downwards. Alright? Anyway, so, right. The precept is Joshua 19 and 34. Get Joshua 19 and 34. Joshua 19 and 34.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 19 and verse 34. And then the coast turneth westward to Aznoth,
Right.
Tabor, and goeth out from thence to Hukkok, and reacheth to Zebulon,
And reach after what?
and reacheth to Zebulon on the south side.
On the south side, you see that? Zebulon and Naphtali. Okay? Zebulon and Naphtali. Naphtali and Zebulon, they dwell, they border each other. Alright? That's why I said that. Because what? What did Moses say? Possess thou the west and the south. Alright? That's it on that. Anyway, so it says, yeah, the borders, the coastline, Naphtali saying, possess thou the west. Yeah, that's pretty much, that's it on that, man. Yeah, man, that's it on that, bro. So the tribe of Naphtali, okay, are in Algeria. Between Algeria and Tunisia. Alright? Possess thou the what? the west, from the borders of Morocco to the south in Algeria.
And also for those who doubt that the Algerian are Jake, right, for the most part, go to France.
Yeah, go to France, man.
They're just like Jake, you know,
Exactly.
and they live in a ghetto like us.
Yeah, they
can rap,
fled into
they
south.
can sing,
They can
they're
do
the drug
everything.
dealers, they move like us, man.
Yeah, they're just like us.
So they're us. Yeah, French. No, he's from Morocco, but it's the same.
Yeah,
There
it's
are
the
a lot
same,
of these
yeah.
good rappers in front, they're from Algeria.
There you go. All right, now let's do Gad. Let's do Gad. Okay. Gad. this one is a big one. Right. The tribe of Gad represents a military, independent of foreign aid, or better yet, a local militia, which is synonymous with the Eastern Security Network of Nigeria, also known as ESN. Because when you go to West Africa, you go to the Biafra part of Nigeria, okay, which is southeast Nigeria. There's a military there which is independent from ESO, man. It's called the Eastern Security Network. ESO doesn't back them in any way. As a matter of fact, the nations came together to try and destroy that land, the Biafra land. It was known as the Biafra War. Right.
No, it's not a charity, Malak. Let's focus.
Yeah, come on. Nah, it's not. Yeah. It's not charity, Malak. Yeah, just focus on this, yeah? Right, so the tribe of Gad represents a military independent of foreign aid, or better yet, a local militia, which is synonymous with the Eastern Security Network of Nigeria. So the tribe of Gad will be found in Nigeria, and we're gonna read what Gad means. Read about Gad.
This is Genesis chapter 30.
Yeah, you should have it ready, innit? You know I'm gonna do Gad mix.
And 11 it says, and Leah said, a troop cometh.
A what?
A troop cometh.
A what?
A troop cometh.
Right, now, the word troop also goes back to crowd. Okay? A crowd, a militia crowd. Because there's a word in the Bible called Megiddo. When you go to that word Megiddo, Gad is actually within that word Megiddo. Get Megiddo. M-E-G-I-D-D-O. No. Yeah, just Megiddo. So get Megiddo, and then we're gonna show you that Megiddo actually goes back to Gad, because Gad means a troop, but a troop also means a crowd. Okay, and that's what happened to the Biafrans. A crowd of nations came together to try and destroy them. Because I was surprised when I saw how many countries actually came together to defeat the Biafrans, man.
Right.
It was crazy. A crowd of nations. That's why it said a troop shall overcome them, but they shall overcome at the last. All right. But anyway, let me carry on. Oh, you want to show that?
Yeah, Megiddo. It's there. It says a place of crowds.
See that? Megiddo. Now click on the etymology. It actually goes back to Gad. It
The
says
root word.
Gawad. If that one says Gadad, click on it again.
Okay,
Say
yeah.
Gawad.
Oh, yeah, it's there. Yeah, Gawad, yeah.
Gawad. Can
Yeah,
you see that?
yeah.
And when you take the wa away, what is it? It's Gad.
Right. That's it.
Gada.
Yeah.
The tribe of Gad, man, they're found in Nigeria, in southeast Nigeria, all right, in the land of Biafra. They call themselves Biafrans. They don't want to be called Nigerians. They want to be separate, because Gad, the numerical value for Gad is what? Gad is 3, and Da is 4, and it adds up to 7, and 7 goes back to being 7. Okay, well, 7 is sickle. That's what you used to sever the wheat.
The sickle.
The sickle. 7. Gad. I might have to do the breakdown on the board. But anyway, let me read this one real quick. Oh, you added more weight. Khan. So Gad. Right. It says the Eastern Security Network of Nigeria, called ESN. You can look it up, man. The ESN. They're the only ones that's holding it down, you know, and no one is talking about them.
No one. I never heard that.
Because even when the Biafrans got slaughtered like dogs, nobody said nothing about it, you know. Everyone just went like they don't even exist. They don't even count.
Swept on the carpets.
Swept under the rug, man. Meanwhile, the tribe of Gad is fighting for their lives, fighting for the continent, really. You know. So there you go. Right. It says it's the last standing military of Yashar Allah, really. They're the only ones, because they're the only ones who say they're Jews, innit? They're Israelites. So really, they're the only ones that's fighting in all Israel. The rest of Israel have given up, man. They've joined Esau. They got militaries according to after the manner of Esau. But the Eastern Security Network are the only local militia that are fighting against this system. And their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, they've arrested him, man. They abducted him in Kenya. You see? Kan Yahawa. Because really, Kenya is Kan Yahawa. Because that's where we received the laws, and we said, Khan, we will obey, we will do them. Right, anyway, so they are predominantly in the eastern parts of Nigeria, which included parts of Cameroon, because parts of Cameroon used to be part of Biafra. You know? Because my wife is from Cameroon, isn't she? Well, she's from France, but she's Cameroon, isn't it?
Her background is Cameroon.
And she's from the tribe of Gad. There you go. So by process of elimination, you know where the tribe of Gad is, man. And there's a group in Nigeria, they call themselves Obugad, innit? Obugad. Well, there you go. The Nigerians, the Biafran, part of Biafra, they call themselves Obugad. So the tribe of Gad are in the Biafra land, which is in Nigeria. Right, so the eastern part of Nigeria, southeastern part of Nigeria, including parts of Cameroon, make up the Biafra. Their leader Nnamdi Kanu is being held captive by the Nigerian government, okay? They also fulfilled the Genesis 14 verses 19 prophecy. Get Genesis 14 and 19. Withstanding a serious genocide from a crowd of countries, because that's what Gad means. It means a crowd or a troop. A troop really means a crowd. That's it. That's what it goes back to, because we just showed you the word Megiddo, which goes out to Gad means crowd. He was overcrowded. He was crowded by the nations, and they tried to wipe them out, man. You know? And none of these camps talk about that, you know. None of these camps talk about that. They're not. They say they're Hamites, so they don't count. You gonna find. They've dismissed them as Hamites. They're gonna see. You gonna find out, man. You gonna find out the hard way, man. You knuckle-headed niggas, man. You gonna find out.
Genesis chapter 14 and verse 19. And he blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abraham."
No, Gad. Is it 49 and 19?
Yes, it's 49.
49 and 19, yeah. It's talking about Gad shall be overcome.
This is Genesis chapter 49 verse 19. And it reads, it says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
But he shall overcome at the last. And that overcome, the Lashwana Padasha for that. What is it? Overcome. I think it goes back to troop or something, to invade or to attack. Because that's what happened. They were invaded and they were attacked, man. Okay, because Gad, it means Gawadah. It means to invade or to attack.
To invade or to attack.
And that's overcome, isn't it?
Right. It goes like Megiddo as well. Say the same thing in Megiddo as well. When you break it,
it's the same thing,
when you
man.
break it down.
You see that? Because they were invaded. They were invaded, man. The house of, all these tribes, man. The Fulani herdsmen. They're raping women there. It's not funny, bro. They're raping, they're killing them, slaughtering, pillaging them. That's why a lot of them run to Europe, America, all these places, man. Alright? That's the real tribe of Gad right there. Because the 12 tribes of Israel, the patriarchs were of Negro descent. Because let's just take the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah, okay, Judah married a Canaanite woman. Levi's forefathers married Egyptians. It tells you that. Eliezer married Putiel, right? Right. Putiel's daughter. Right. Putiel, Pawata Allah, goes back to Put, which is Ham. Right. The land of Canaan was a son of Ham. Right. So how can the land of Canaan not be in the land of Ham? Exactly. I don't know how they get away with this garbage, But anyway, let's carry on. Right. It says a serious genocide from a league of countries, right? A crowd of countries gathered together to wipe them out because they didn't want to be part of the area called Nigeria. They wanted to be a separate or severed people, which is synonymous with 7, and the numerical value for sickle or Zion. All this is synonymous with the Gad being the 7th son of Jacob, because Gad was also the 7th son of Jacob, and Gad adds up to 7. Bring the board out. Let me bring that. Get Gad was the 7th son of Jacob. Gad was the 7th son of Jacob, and Gad is what? Da. Okay. Gad is 3, and that is 4. 4 plus 3 is what? 7. And Gad was what? The 7th son. Show it. Yeah, man. That's Gad. Gad. So if you get the birth in Genesis 30, does it say 7? But anyway, they can figure that out. They'll find it out. Let's move on, man. We can't be hanging about. You know what I mean? Let's move on. Right. So that's the tribe of Gad there. It says Gad was the 7th son, and in Lashawana Kodasha, Gad is 3 and that is 4, adding up to 7. Gad actually means crowd when cross-referencing it with the word Megiddo, which means a place of crowds. Okay. Gadad means to attack or to invade, and it also means to overcome. It says crowds of nations came together to invade the Igbo land, which Cameroon used to be a part of. All this ties into the prophecy of Genesis 49 and 19. A troop or a crowd of nations shall overcome them, but they shall overcome at the last. Okay? But it says at the last, but not least, there is a group in the Igbo land that call themselves Obugad. You know, you can look them up on YouTube. They call themselves Obugad and still identify as Jews. Even the old Nigerian flag had the Bayatha, the YAWADAH symbol on it. And I saw that, man. So anyway, that's it on Gad, man. Let's go to Asher now. Right. Asher. Asher means happy. Asher. So the tribe of Gad is in Igbo land, or the Biafra land, which is the southeastern part of Nigeria.
This is Genesis chapter 30, verse 13.
Right.
And Leah said, happy am I for the daughters who call me blessed.
Right, for the daughters who call me blessed.
And she called his name Asher.
And she called his name Asher. Asher means happy. And what makes a man more happier than food? Get the blessing of Asher. Genesis 49. Okay, let the bread of Asher be fat. So Asher deals with food, man. Asher makes very nice food. Decent
You know where
food.
I know which country, I know what country we're talking about. And that's a fact.
Yeah, can. Right, let me read my notes here. It says the tribe of Asher is synonymous with the distinguished delicacies of rich food. And since Asher means happy, none other than food makes a man more happy. They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Genesis 30 verse 13. Leah exclaims of being happy. Asher is rich with bread. Hence Bethlehem, which means the house of bread, is near the land of Asher. You see that? And that's where David was born.
Right.
Oh boy.
Read that.
Hey, that's why SHAMAIWAN is married to an Asherite.
He's
from the tribe of Judah.
Right.
The prophetess Anna.
Right, God.
See? Everything adds up, man.
Right.
There you go.
Genesis chapter 49, starting at verse 20. Out of Asher, his bread shall be fat, and he shall...
Wait. Out of Asher what?
His bread shall be fat.
His bread shall be what?
His bread shall be fat.
Right?
And he shall yield royal dainties.
And he shall yield royal dainties, man.
Dainties mean nice food.
Nice food, bro. Okay, royal dainties. When you go into the Blue Letter Bible, Royal dainties means nice food. Right. So Genesis 30 and 13. Leah exclaims of being happy. Asher is rich with bread. Hence Bethlehem, which means the house of bread, because that's what Bethlehem means. Bayatha Lachama, the house of bread or the house of food. Okay. One for the Reubenites, isn't it?
I know, innit?
You see how she's walking?
I know, yeah.
Because Reuben ain't got her yet, so she's proud. She's
Proud, innit?
Reuben will put her in her place.
Humble that.
He will humble that girl.
Yeah, man, Reuben will humble that quick. Right, so where we at? Right, house of bread. The land of Asher. Get Joshua 19 and 27.
Right.
It says the house of bread, Bethlehem, Bayaf Lachama, is near the land of Asher.
This book of Joshua, chapter 19 and verse 27.
Right?
And turneth toward the sun rising to Beth-Horon, and reacheth to Zebulon.
And reacheth to what?
And reacheth to Zebulon.
So that's the land of Asher. It reacheth unto Zebulon. Okay. And Bethlehem is actually in the land of the Zebulonites. That's why Yahushua was in the coast of Zebulon and Naphtali. Because that's where David was born. Okay. And royal dainties means what? The king. That's why King David was born around that area. The house of bread. Anyway, that's it on that. So where we at? Reacheth unto Zebulun. So get Joshua 19 verses 5. Let's prove that Bethlehem is in the land of Zebulun.
Joshua chapter 19 and verse 5.
This is the lands that were being allotted. Okay, read it.
And Ziklag, and Beth Markaboth, and Hazar Susah, and Beth Lebaoth, and Sharushhen, 13 cities.
Wait, didn't it say Bethlehem, bro?
Yes, it says Beth Lebaoth.
Man, why did they spell it like that? This Bible, man, mashing up the team. Let me see if I can get the preset here.
The next verse is a short.
Yeah. That's one of the places, yeah.
You see that? Ashan goes back to Ashanti, innit? You see? Because you have Judeans living in the land of Zebulon.
That's right.
They used to call themselves Judeans, right? That's what a lot of brothers don't know. Yeah, is it Joshua 19 and 15?
Joshua chapter 19 and verse,
Yeah.
Joshua 19 and 15, and Katath, and
Nahalal, let me read it. And Shimron, and Idala, and Bethlehem. It says it there, Bethlehem. So how did they spell it there?
Bethlehem.
Yeah, so it's there then, isn't it? So so Bethlehem is in the land of Zebulon. Because when you go up to Joshua 19 verses, Joshua 19 verses 10, it actually says here, the territory of Zebulon.
Oh, you can't. Yeah, that's right.
Show it to them. Where have you got it? Yeah, the territory of Zebulon. There you go, man. So Bethlehem is in the land of Zebulon. Alright? And
So
Asher is close to the land of Zebulon.
God.
That's why it says Asher's bread shall be fat. And that's why King David, he said there's a special feast that they have in his village that he was going to go and attend to. Because he was from the house of bread, man.
That's right.
The house of royal dainties.
That's right.
Alright, let's carry on. Let's carry on. We're nearly done.
The borders of their inheritance was on.
I need to mention what country Asher's from now.
Zebulun, according to the families, and the borders of their inheritance was on to Sarid.
Right, so check this out. So Bethlehem in the land of Zebulun, which is neighbors to Asher to the west. Morocco fits the bill, okay, for Asher, as it is known for its oil.
They have to get the best
the best olive oil.
Olive oil producers.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
And the most expensive oil in the world,
Right.
which is known as the argan oil.
Right.
Google it, look it up. Don't just watch the video.
God. Yeah.
Now get Deuteronomy 33 verses 24. And a lot of the makeup and cosmetics, they use the oil from Morocco to do it. That's why he said, the daughters shall call me happy, because I am blessed. What makes women happy? That makeup, when they pretty up themselves. So that ties into that as well. So get Deuteronomy 33 verse 24. Get that.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 24. And of Asher he said, let Asher be blessed with children. Let him be acceptable to his brethren.
Right.
And let him dip his foot in oil.
And let him what?
And let him dip his foot in oil.
It says, let Asher dip his feet in oil. That's talking about the olives, the olive oil. If you want the extra virgin olive oil, that is made in Morocco, which is near to Spain. But sometimes they try to put Spain there, but we know it's coming from Morocco. Come on, man. That's Asher right there. The food, man.
And they got the best food. Every guy that go, and not YouTubers that go all over the place.
Yeah.
And when I get to Morocco, they know the truth, man. They know the truth, man.
Alright, let me read this one. So Moses blesses Asher with oil blessing. Also, Morocco makes some of the best dishes in the world with lots of olive trees there.
Right.
Genesis 49 verses 20. Jacob blesses Asher with the food, scripture. The scripture also states that the land of Asher includes Tyre and Zidon. And Tyre and Zidon is in Morocco. Why? Because Tyre and Zidon are known for the cedar trees. There's no cedars in the place they call Lebanon. Actually,
Verify.
we're gonna
You can go
bring it out.
to yeah, bring it out.
Let's show it. Let's show it. So I'm gonna go on YouTube and I'm gonna type in Lebanon, because the land of Asher is close to Tyre and Zidon. Let's get the precept for that in case they say we're lying. Where we at? Asher. Tyre and Zidon. Yeah. Joshua 19 verses 28. Get that? The land of Asher is actually near to Tyre and the great Zidon.
Joshua chapter 19, starting at verse 28. And it reads, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Hammon, and Cana, even unto great Zidon.
I'm just going to type in Lebanon. And what? And the what?
And even unto great Zidon.
Yeah, carry on reading.
And then the coast turneth to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre.
And to the strong city Tyre. You see that? So it's near Tyre and Zidon. And we've been able to find out where Tyre and Zidon is. Tyre and Zidon is actually in Morocco, man. Because Tyre and Zidon are known for the cedar trees.
That's right.
The same trees that Hiram brought to King Solomon to build the temple. And when you go to Morocco, you see a lot of cedar palaces there, man. But when you go to the place they call Lebanon, the fake state, you don't see none of that there.
None of that.
So we've just typed in Lebanon, okay? We're gonna type in Lebanon cedars, and we're gonna.
No, cedar is like a tree. It's a tree.
So we've typed in. So hang on, we've typed in Lebanon cedar forest. Show them the video, Lebanon cedar forest. That's it there. Show it to them, and let's see if we see any cedar trees there.
That's the one here, right there, yeah. That's the Lebanon, the so-called Lebanon, right? And they're planting the cedars. You know, it's not even there.
It's stones.
There's stones.
There, and that's where these brothers want to go. Oh, we're going back to the state of Israel. You can have that. You can have that. You can have that. All of you guys that are talking nonsense about the land, saying you want to go back to the state of Israel, you can have that. You can have that. And when you turn around and come and say, oh, why didn't we get a piece of the land? We're gonna beat you with a Nigerian koboko. Because they're calling us Hamites, innit? They say, oh, we ain't part of the 12 tribes, we're Hamites. Meanwhile, Apostle Paul was mistaken to be an Egyptian. Egypt is in Africa. So can you see that there's just stones there? There's nothing.
Let's go to the.
And they've got the cheek to make their flag. They got a tree on their flag as well.
Yeah. They got the cedar tree there. Yeah. So now let's type in Morocco. Now let's type in Morocco cedar forest. Okay. Morocco cedar forest.
Right.
Now let's see. Boom. Let's see where the real Lebanon is. You can actually see. Oh my days. You can see the whiteness, because Lebanon actually means whiteness.
Right.
Put that on full screen. Show them Morocco. This is Morocco, right? Show it to them. Show them the Morocco cedar forest.
This is Morocco, man.
Can you see the whiteness? Can you see the ground is full of white dew? It looks like snow.
Right.
This is in the forest, and look at how many cedar trees there
All
are.
over the place, man.
So many cedar trees, man.
What's that? Slide on the targets.
Just look, go. Yeah, that's it on that. So go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and type in Morocco cedar forest. Go to the video with the pickup trucks. Let me show them. You go on YouTube
Time to do your research.
and you type in.
It's time to get it, to get in, man.
Wait, am I on? Nah, I'm not on.
That's it, right there,
yeah,
right
like
there,
there.
right there.
Yeah, so go to Cedar Forest, Morocco, all right? And you want to get that video with the pickup trucks, the one there. Go to that one and watch it. And that's where you're going to see the real Lebanon. Get the definition for Lebanon. Because Lebanon actually goes back to Jacob's uncle Laban, which means white, whiteness. And why is it whiteness? Because as hot as Morocco is, you can still see the white dew in the cedar forest, man. You don't see that in the place they call Lebanon. So that's how you know that's a fake ass state. That's not even the Middle East, because the middle of the earth doesn't go through there. The middle of the earth goes through places like Ghana, Nigeria, Uganda, Kenya. That's where the equator. That's why you have countries in West Africa called the Equatorial Guinea. What does equator mean? It means the center of the earth. Come on, man. Anyway, let's yeah, man, show them Lebanon real quick, because that's where the land of ASHAR is, man. And that's how you know ASHAR is in Morocco, man.
That's right.
You know? It means whiteness. Whiteness. Show it to them. Show it to them.
See it there? You can see that, man.
There you go. Morocco means whiteness. And it borders Tyre and the Great Zidon. Right. So it says Great Zidon and Tyre, which happens to be where the real Lebanon is.
That's right.
It's filled with cedar trees and whiteness. Lebanon means whiteness, and it is filled with cedars that can last up to 1,000 years. That's why the Most High told them to use that specific wood to build the temple. First Kings chapter 5 verses 1. Get that? First Kings 5 and 1. The cedar trees. There's no cedars. There are no cedars in the fake state of Lebanon.
That's right. Well, we saw it, man. We saw it. They're trying to plant.
They're trying to plant it now.
all these white. Now they're trying to plant it. It's a joke.
It's an idiot thing, guy.
After this, we'll move to Issachar, man. We're getting to the end of the show, man. We're getting to the end. This is a spectacle from YAWADAH.
Can't fool the spirit.
Yeah, that's the new wine. That's the new wine.
This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 5, verse 1.
Right.
And Hiram, king of Tyre, sent his servants unto Solomon, for he had heard that they had anointed him king in the room of his father.
Right, now jump down to verse 6.
Verse 6. Now therefore command down that they hew me cedar trees out of Lebanon, and my servants shall be with thy servants.
Well, there you go. That's it on that. So Tyre and Zidon are known to have the cedars, man. How did you think you could hide this from us? You think we're that stupid that we're not going to research to see if Lebanon actually has cedars? But a lot of jakes didn't bother to do it, though. That's why they've been able to get away with it for so long. But now the Most High is raising up the heads. upon Ra'ash. There you go. So anyway, let's do the tribe of Issachar. Right. So the tribe of Issachar, this tribe is synonymous with strength and power, as the prophecy states in Genesis 49 and 14. Get that?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49.
Genesis 49 and 14. We're nearly done. We're nearly
Starting at
done.
verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass.
Issachar is what?
Issachar is a strong ass.
Couching down between two burdens.
Right. So Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. Now let's read my notes. This tribe is synonymous with strength and power, as the prophecy states in Genesis 49 verse 14. Issachar is a strong ass. An ass is also referred to as an ox in Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. Oxes are really strong, and the kingdom of Mali, okay, the Mali Empire is home to Africa's strongest man, Iron Bibi. There's a guy called Iron Bibi. Look him up, Iron Bibi. Just show it to them. So basically, there's a guy from Burkina Faso. His name is Iron Bibi. He's a strong, because a lot of Issachar, they're into the strongman competition. Yeah, they're strong. So most of the guys from Mali, they went into Italy as well, and different parts of the world, but it's mainly Italy, and they formed the Roman Empire, man. And that goes back to the Mali. So Mali in West Africa is where the tribe of Issachar is. And also there's a tribe in Mali called the Dogon tribe. They're known to be able to read the stars and the sun. So that's how you know Issachar is in that area. Because it says the children of Issachar, they know the signs. They know how to read the luminaries. Yeah, Iron Bibi. Yeah, show them Iron Bibi.
This is Iron Bibi, man.
Yeah, so that's the guy, but they can look him up though.
God.
So Iron Bibi. Yeah, Issachar. Yeah, the Malian people, yeah. Yeah, Malian people are into astrology and stuff. And get the precept on Issachar knows the signs in the stars and all of that.
Yeah, you would think that the Levi, these Malian people, they're into the signs.
Man, people say, give me one more. That's him in action right there. With the
Chronicles.
double.
First Chronicles
With two
12 and 32. 12 and 32.
Olympic bar weights he's lifting.
Yeah, he's strong man, bro. Iron Bibi, man. Strongest man in Africa from the Mali Empire.
First Chronicles.
Because really, Burkina Faso is part of the Mali Empire. It's right underneath. Get the map. Let's show them Burkina.
There's a lot of them in Africa, and they can work.
Yeah, they're hard workers.
They're hard workers.
They're hard workers, man.
Listen.
So look, so that's Mali, and that's where Iron Bibi is from. Here, Burkina is part of the Mali Empire. Okay? Esau divided the land by line to try and create confusion.
Right.
So you see Burkina Faso, that's where Iron Bibi is from, the strongest man in Africa. And Mali also has the Dogon tribe, which can read the stars. So Issachar is around that area as well, because the brother's going to read the precept. Read the precept about Issachar. We got to move on real quick. Issachar. Yeah. Also get a pomegranate. You break that. I'm going to break that. Yeah, read it. First Chronicles.
First Chronicles, chapter 12, and I'm going to start at verse
32.
32. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times to know what Israel ought to do.
There you go.
The heads of them were 200, and all their brethren were at their commandment.
Right, so they had understanding of the times. What's the medium of measurement for time? The sun, the moon, the stars. And when thou seest part of these signs pass, know that it is the very time wherein Yahweh shall begin to visit the world which he made. That's what it says in Esdras. What, 2nd Esdras 9, I think? Yeah. Right. But anyway, let's carry on with this Issachar thing.
No, second Ezra is 9.
Yes. Anyway, let's carry on with this thing. Also, the Dogon tribe, which are located in Mali, are known for having the knowledge of the luminaries. Most of the Malians formed what became known as the Romans, which Roman means strong man. Roman means strong man. So the Roman Empire was full of the tribe of Issachar.
Right.
Notably, Cornelius was an Israelite from the tribe of Issachar. Okay, and if you look at the Romans, their standard, it's got the moon and the crescent underneath. I don't know if the brothers can pull a picture of that, but
So what you say, the Roman?
hey, even the guy that conquered Africa, Scipio Africanus, he was an Issacharite as well.
Yeah, because let's say that he's an Edomite, so break that down as well.
Yeah, man. Scipio Africanus. If you watch the movie Gladiator, when it announces the legionnaires of Scipio Africanus, who comes out? It's Jake.
It's Jake. Yeah,
They were throwing subliminals.
Yeah, subliminals, man.
Yeah.
What do
So
you say, Romans what? How do I word it? Romans for the...
the Roman standard. Yeah. So get a pomegranate as well. We're gonna go into that because Cornelius was from the tribe of Issachar. Because if you think about corn, when you peel corns off a cob, okay, when you peel corns off a cob, it looks like seeds, and it goes back to the pomegranate, which really the term Roman is derived from pomegranate, and we're gonna explain why. Have you got it? Show the Roman. Is that the Roman one though?
Yeah. It's the Roman ones, isn't it? It's different versions of them.
Yeah, get the one with the moon. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. This Roman. Yeah, can you see them? The circles of the moon.
Right.
Show it to them, man. That's Issachar, man.
That's the standard, isn't it? Like where
That's
you've
the
got the
standard
moon and
right
the stars
there.
above,
Yeah,
innit?
you
Like
need to get
it's
that.
their banners, innit? That they carry around with them. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Now also get me pomegranate, because Cornelius, the term Cornelius just means seeds or seed. Okay? Because when you have a corn, the term Cornelius, just think about corn. When you take the grains off of the cob, it looks like seeds, the corn. And it goes back to the pomegranate, because that's where they get the term Roman from. That's why the Romans used to wear that red cape. Okay, they used to wear the red mantle as well. Okay, because it goes back to what? The pomegranate. And a lot of the Issacharites were sent to a place in the Caribbean called Grenada.
Right.
And Grenada is the Spanish way of saying pomegranate. You can actually look that up. Grenada just goes back to grenade. Have you seen a grenade? Granada.
So just get anyone, yeah?
Yeah, so pomegranate, yeah, just show them what the Lashwana Kodasha for pomegranate is. It actually says Ramawan, which is Raman, which goes back to Roman,
right. There
So show them Ramawan.
So at the top there, Ramawan. And obviously, yeah, it goes back to Roman. So yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So Ramawan, okay, Ramawan goes back to Roman. That's where they get the term Roman from. Right. So most of the Romans were from the tribe of Issachar. Now, I'm going to hit you with another one. What did Daniel describe the Roman Empire as? The steel.
That's right.
Why? Because steel is strong.
Right.
And Issachar is a what?
A strong ass.
So it shows you who the Romans were. That's why there's a book in the Bible called the Book of Romans.
Right.
And that's why the Most High sent Peter to Cornelius' house. Because Cornelius was an Issacharite, man. He was from the tribe of Issachar. Okay? Well, there you go. Right, let's carry on. Let's go. It says, the Malians became known as the Romans, which Roman means strong man. And it goes back to the Lashawana Kodasha word Ramawan, which means pomegranate. This fruit is known to strengthen your immune system. Even Aaron had pomegranates on his garment. That's right. Okay. Also, the Romans were known to be on a plant-based diet. What do oxes or asses eat? Plants.
Right.
Thank you. Right, I think that's it on that, man. Let's do Zebulon. Get Zebulon. So that's it on the tribe of Issachar. So the tribe of Issachar will be found in the old Mali Empire. Alright? So this will be the 12 tribes of West Africa. That's what you named this video. 12 tribes of West Africa. The 12 tribes of West Africa. But you can't find Zebulon.
Don't you want 49, Genesis 49?
Yeah, you wanna pull it out for him. No, he has to get the birth, innit?
Oh, the birth.
Now my husband shall dwell with me, to dwell exaltedly. Guys that like to have fun.
Okay, this is Genesis chapter 30 and verse 20. And Leah said, Yahweh hath endued me with a good dowry.
Right?
Now will my husband dwell with me.
Now will what?
Now will my husband dwell with me.
Now notice she said, now my husband will dwell with me. Where was Yahushua dwelling? Where was King David dwelling? Where was Peter dwelling? Who is King David reincarnated? They were dwelling in the land of Zebulon. It tells you that in Matthew 4. Okay? Matthew chapter 4, I think verse 13. That's where Yahushua even got his disciples from. In the land of Zebulon and Naphtali, bro.
Right.
To dwell exaltedly. That's why they were there.
In the borders of Zebulon and Naphtali, it says.
Show it to them. In the borders of Zebulon and Naphtali. There you go.
Chapter 4, verse 13.
To dwell exaltedly, man.
Ah.
Exalted dwelling. That's Zebulon. So that means that the tribe of Zebulon will be between Algeria and Tunisia. So Yahushua was not where you think he was, man. You say Yahushua was a black man, but yet he was in Asia. Hang on.
But they say the Asian man, like they say that a lot of them they say the Asian or many black people was in that region. Yes, it's true, but we all know that if you got Canaan, which is in Africa, and we want to conquer there, we must be in Africa, but it's just like you have to renew your mind.
They're bullshitting. That's why I said they're bullshitting. That's why they're gonna get the Nigerian Koboku. That's what you're gonna get. Lakama's gonna get that for you. if only they know how crazy Lakama is. The Most High is terrible, you know. The way he brings brothers back, looking all like that wimp was like, oh look, he's got the spirit of fear and him just talking shit, man.
A lot of brothers teach that brother, man. A lot of brothers don't really see him like that, man. You know, and that's
Have you forgotten the man of the Lord that disguised himself?
Right, exactly.
And he came to King Ahab. He disguised himself. He told a guy to smite him, and the guy didn't. And a lion met him and ripped him apart. And then he went to another guy. He said, punch me, smite me. And the guy smote him. And he disguised himself like a beat-up individual and went to Ahab and prophesied to him. The Most High can have the men of the Lord come back looking wimpy, just as a stumbling block.
Because he said, he used the foolish things and found the wise.
Oh my God. But Israel are always gonna get God. They're always gonna get God. They're simple, man. Anyway, let's carry on. Where we at?
Because I have borne him 6 sons, and she called his name Zebulon.
And she called his name Zabalawan or Zabawalawan. Zabawalawan or Zabalawan. Because why? It's just a connector. And it means to dwell exaltedly, man. Okay? To dwell exaltedly. That's why Yahushua was around that coast. And he cursed out that city, Capernaum. He said, thou art exalted to the hills, O thou Capernaum. But it shall be more tolerable for Sodom and Gomorrah than it shall be for you in the day of judgment.
That's it.
Alright? So, dealing with the tribe of Zebulon, it says the tribe of Zebulon is synonymous with living large, dwelling exaltedly. Hence, Leah exclaiming, her husband will now stay with her. Genesis 30 verses 20. Okay? Most holiday makers save up all their money and head for the seacoast between Tunisia and Morocco,
Facts.
which is where the haven of ships dock.
Right.
In what is now called the Mediterranean, which is the Galilee of the Gentile, because Galilee means circuit.
Right.
And when you see the Mediterranean Sea, it's round like that, and it's surrounded by the Gentiles,
Right.
which are in Europe, Asia, and Africa.
Right.
Okay, it's a landlocked sea. That's why it's called a circuit, Galilee, the Galilee of the Gentiles. Right. It says Genesis 49 and 13. Zebulon shall be for a haven of ships. There
The
you
book
go.
of Genesis chapter 49 verse 13. Zebulon shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
Zebulon shall what?
Zebulon
Shall dwell at the haven of the sea.
And he shall be for an haven of ships.
And he shall be what? And he shall be for a haven of ships.
And his border shall be unto Zidon.
And his border shall be unto Tyre and Zidon, which is Morocco. We just showed you that. Okay? There you go. There you go.
Because the Nigerians are the Phoenician.
Exactly, that's why they say that.
That's the area.
Yeah, come.
These are Africans.
They're Africans, man. Hey, didn't we get that precept about Apostle Paul being on the coast of Africa?
Right, Act 27 and 17. NLT.
And when we looked up that town called Sirtis, it took us all the way back to where? Was it Algeria?
To Algeria, yeah.
There you go.
That area there. No,
Caesarea was in Algeria, right? And a lot of people don't even know that Caesarea is in Algeria.
Caesarea is near Samaria.
Yeah, Samaria. Yeah,
Samaria is around Algeria.
Yeah, exactly.
So Esau, what he did, he covered up.
He covered up the whole thing, man. He covered up the whole thing.
He tried to relocate. He tried to pack up and relocate.
Because the nations came together and said, come and let us put them out from the remembrance of men.
That's it, exactly.
But hey, we're coming back with a vengeance. Uh-oh. Alright, so hang on. It says Genesis, I wanna speed this thing up. It says Genesis 49 and 13, haven of ships. Also, Tunisia is famous for its seaports,
Right.
which dates back to the Carthaginian Empire under Hannibal the Barbarian. Hannibal is probably watching right now. He's like, oh. Yeah, man. Because Hannibal was causing a lot of trouble back then. Yeah. Hannibal.
All the people that you see.
Yeah. Back here.
For the final. We even in the finale right now. You know? A lot of spirit around. A lot of ancient spirit around.
Hannibal the Barbarian. Which really, if you can receive it, Hannibal was one of Yahushua's disciples. Alright? Right, it says Hannibal the Barbarian. Yahushua was also active around these parts. Matthew chapter 4 verses 13 to 17. Okay. Yahushua in the land of Zebulon and Naphtali was there to meet Peter and Andrew, since Bethlehem is actually where David was from. Okay, so that's it on Zebulon, right? We're clear on that one. Yeah. All right. So let's do Joseph and Joseph/Ephraim. Yeah, Khan. All right, let's do Joseph/Ephraim.
Okay, Khan, this is
Yeah, and also Manasseh will be in that one as well. The breakdown for Manasseh, and then we'll just have one more to go, innit?
Right.
Yeah, we need to close out.
Genesis chapter 30, starting at verse 24.
24.
And she called his name Joseph,
Right?
and said, Yahweh shall add to me another son. And it came to pass, when Rachel had borne Joseph, that Jacob said unto Laban, send me away, that I may go.
That's it. So Joseph means to add. Okay? It means Yahweh has added another tribe. Joseph is a multiplier. If you want to be fruitful and multiply, you need Joseph, man. Alright? So it says Joseph / Ephraim. Think as Joseph as a multiplier or populous tribe that overruns lands and dominates in numbers wherever they go. Genesis chapter 30 verse 24. Rachel being barren has Joseph, which means to add more as pertaining to Ephraim and Manasseh. Because remember, Joseph became 2 tribes.
Right.
The Most High multiplied him. It says, who are the Yoruba and the tribe, the Yoruba tribe of Nigeria, because the Yorubas will tell you they're from the tribe of Ephraim anyway. So the Yoruba tribe of Nigeria and part of the Igbo tribe of the Biafrans. Okay? Because the half tribe Manasseh are also part of the Igbo tribe. Alright? Because remember, Manasseh was a half tribe. And Ephraim was a full tribe. That's why the Yorubas are more than the Igbos. And also the Yorubas are more, should I say, famous. Yeah, exactly. They're more like, famous. They're more known, innit? They're more known than the Igbos.
Is very popular in South America, and the culture is very popular in South America.
And a lot of the Afrobeat artists are
That's the tribe, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a large tribe, man. It's big and they're famous, man.
And having a lot of achievement, man. Yoruba people grew up with them. Exactly.
And Lagos is the most populous state in Nigeria.
And Nigeria is the most populous African country.
Yeah.
So that's Ephraim, man. Fruitful. Wow.
Right.
Alright, anyway, let's get it. So, right. So Genesis 30 and 24. Rachel being barren has Joseph, which means to add more as pertaining to Ephraim and Manasseh, who are the Yoruba tribe of Nigeria and the part Igbo tribe of Biafra. Also considering Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa, it fits the bill of the prophecy. Get Genesis 49 and 22.
Genesis 49 and 22.
Yeah.
Joseph is a fruitful bough.
Joseph is what?
Joseph
is a fruitful bough.
Even a fruitful bough by a well, whose branches run over the wall.
Like I told you, they overran the land. They overrun it. That's why everywhere you go, you always see Nigerians there, man.
That's right.
They're everywhere, man. China, Slovakia, Australia, everywhere, man. That's Ephraim. Okay, carry on.
Reading on. The archers have sorely grieved him and shot at him and hated him. But his bow abode in strength, and the arms of his hands were made strong by the hands of the mighty power of Jacob.
Now read verse 25.
Verse 25. Even by the power of thy father, who shall help thee, and by the Almighty, who shall bless thee with blessings of heaven above blessings of the deep that lieth under blessings of the breast and of the womb.
The blessings of the breast and of the womb. Okay, that goes back to having a lot of children, man. That's why Joseph became Ephraim and Manasseh. Which really, Joseph is Ephraim. Because we read in Ezekiel 37, the stick of Joseph is in the hand of Ephraim. Right. It says also, considering Joseph inherited Jacob's personality and in spirit is his brother's son, they are known to defraud, just like Jacob and Esau.
Yeah.
Because remember, Jacob.
419.
419, yeah. Everybody knows Nigerians like 419. When you say 419, they know what's up. Okay? Yahoo boys, man.
There's a joke in Israel, they say, when BANYAMYAM want to rub you, he come with a gun. When Nigeria want to rub that, they send you an email.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
That's deep, man.
Back in the day as well, there's one that, back in the day there was a group that was in Stratford. It was called the NEC ways. I remember, because you knew that you used to have the NEC phones, innit? Like, the man used to do scams off their phones, man. So they got the name NEC ways, innit? Like,
Oh yeah. Jake,
remember that, man.
Jake has a spiritual power in typing, man.
Yeah, man.
And they use sweet words. You know what I mean? They always come like in Australia, one woman got scammed for like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and basically the guy, they use the medium of love, innit?
Right.
They use love, love, and that goes back to Ahab. Because remember, Ahab means love.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, God.
Ahab was from Ephraim, innit?
Yeah, he had to be. He had to be, you know. Yeah, man. So so the Nigerians, predominantly the Yoruba, are from the tribe of Ephraim, and parts of the Igbo tribe are from Manasseh, which is half tribe Manasseh. Okay, and the bulk of the Igbos towards Cameroon are the tribe of Gad, and then the Congolese are the Reubenites. There you go. So yeah, so let's do Banyamyam, the last one, innit? And then we'll close out. Benjamin.
Banyamyam.
Right, so this is the last and final tribe, Banyamyam. So think of Benjamin as a little tribe with Judah to the left and Levi to the right, being Ghana and Benin. Might have to bring the map out for this one.
Bring it out, hold it up for you.
Right, so being a little tribe, being Ghana and Benin, and Togo being the little Benjamin as pertaining to the size of the country. Read Psalm 68 verse 27. Right, so that's the map of West Africa here. So as you can see, Togo is the small country in between Ghana and Benin. That's little Benjamin right there. Very tiny country. If not one of the smallest countries in West. I think it is the. Oh, it's the smallest country.
Togo is very small. I went there when I was younger.
I think Guinea-Bissau might be smaller, but it is basically around our area. It's the smallest.
The smallest,
You know, because Nigeria is the biggest. Look, it's massive, isn't it?
It's very massive.
It's big, man. You know.
And Niger is on top of Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because the niggas.
Yeah, the niggas.
Niggerland.
Come on. Anyway, so yeah, that's little Benjamin right there, in between Judah and Levi. Right. So let me finish reading. Right. So think of Benjamin as a little tribe with Judah to the left and Levi to the right, being Ghana and Benin, and Togo being the little Benjamin as pertaining to the size of the country. Psalm 68 verse 27. Read that.
Psalms chapter 68 and verse 27.
Read.
And it reads, there is little Benjamin with their ruler.
There is what?
There is little Benjamin with their ruler.
Because remember, the tribe of Benjamin damn nearly got wiped out in Judges.
Right.
So that shows you there's not a lot of them. That's why they have so many children now, because they're trying to make up for the lost numbers. A Benjamin will go to Liverpool, lick down the whole place. Go to Leicester, lick down the whole place. He's just spreading the seed, man.
You give them one more during the summer, that would be that job.
And there's nothing wrong with it as well. It's in the scriptures. It's supposed to populate.
During the summer, multiply, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so right. It says so Togo. So Togo will be Banyamyam. Right. Okay. It says also being in between the kingship of Judah, which is Ghana, and the priesthood of Levi, which pertains to Benin. Okay. And it says it also pertains to dwelling safely. Deuteronomy 33 verse 12. Read that.
This is
West Africa, they don't have turmoil like that.
Yeah, they don't.
Ivory Coast, Nigeria, but them, I never heard of them going.
They shall dwell safely, innit?
Deuteronomy chapter 33 and verse 12. And of Benjamin he said, the beloved of Yahweh shall dwell in safety by him, and Yahweh shall cover him all the day long. And he shall dwell between his shoulders.
And he shall what?
And he shall dwell between his shoulders.
And shoulders are used to what?
To carry.
To carry load, to carry pressure. Okay? So the other tribes will be catching the heat while Benjamin is in the middle being cushioned. Just like they tried to protect him when Joseph said you should bring him.
That's right.
Right, so Benjamin shall dwell safely. Also, Togo is overrun by the Ewe tribe, which happens to be Rachel's root definition. Get the definition for Rachel. Yeah, drop that map now. Get Rachel the definition. Because when you go to Togo, there's a predominant tribe there called the Ewe tribe. Let's find out what the meaning for Rachel is. And also, Rachel was heavy into idolatry as well, man.
Yeah, Togolese people, they kind of, they go deep as well into that. Togolese people, and yeah, but regarding the prophecy as like Banyammyam being a raven, is that a
Ravenous wolf.
ravenous wolf? That happened in the Caribbean, didn't it?
It sounds like they're howling like Babylon, but they don't even know.
Yeah, you got it?
Yeah. Yeah, so Rachel,
Yeah, so
the definition of Rachel is
Show it to me.
ew.
Nearly done.
Definition of Rachel is
Nice, Ewe. It's
oh, it's Ewe, yeah, Slack, yeah, Ewe, Slack, yeah, Ewe,
Man,
Can you see that? Ewe, the Ewe tribe, man. There you go.
EWE.
Can't make that up. The Ewe tribe of Togo. Yeah?
On point.
It's right there, man. You can't escape that. Because Rachel means Ewe, man, the mother of Benjamin, man.
That's right.
Okay? Which happens to be Rachel's root definition. Also, King Saul consulted spirit mediums, which predominantly are women from the tribe of Simeon. And Simeon is located in Judah, which is Ghana, man. Benin, a city full of Levites, is a name that resonates with what Rachel called Benjamin, Benoni.
that's right.
That's it on that, man. Anyway, with that, hey, what else have you got to say,
That's
man?
it, man. That's
We
it,
ain't
man.
really got nothing else to say.
Yeah, we ain't got nothing else to say, man.
So
you know?
that's the 12. That's the 12 or the 14 tribes. Because really, I explained Dan and Manasseh comes in with Ephraim.
Okay,
so
yeah.
that would be the 14 tribes. But really, all jokes aside, that's the 12 tribes of West Africa, man. So all of you jakes out there that are saying that the West Africans are Hamites, you're bugged out. Especially you brothers here in England, you're the worst, man, because most of you are from West Africa.
It goes to show as well, Cap, they're follower of men, innit? Like, because obviously, once the head says something, you just run along with it, innit? Like, you don't do the research and go back and check for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are finished out here, man. Because now the Most High is bringing this new wine. What did they tell Yahushua disciples? What is this new wine that you guys are coming with? You know?
That's the spirit.
That's what they were saying, man. That's the spirit, man. This is the truth, man. And nothing can defeat the truth. This is only going to get bigger and bigger.
That's right.
Because they thought we were destroyed, we were defeated, innit? This is just the beginning. This is nothing, man. This is just the beginning.
Don't die with multiply.
All right? This whole Bible is based on West Africans.
Right.
Whether you want to believe it or not. All right? The whole scriptures, the entire format is based on West Africans, man.
Well, think about it, Act 13, right? They call that guy, they call the Simeon the nigger, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Nigerians.
That was called nigger. Nigger.
If you want to read it that way.
Yeah, same
Now, this
thing.
brother from GM at the water, he said that one was like, really, the apostle were the Nigerians.
Right.
He said the niggas, right? So yeah, man, the West Coast.
Yeah, but didn't I show you Apostle Paul? Get that precept.
NLT.
Now let me get it.
The Egyptian one.
No. When it says Apostle Paul was on the African coast,
Oh, God, yeah.
it said that.
17, man.
You know, I'll just show this last one and then we dust out. You know, because this is meant to be about the 12 tribe.
That's right. You lot are supposed to be
Show
letting
them,
go.
show them Acts 27 and 17. Read it to them.
This is Acts 27:17, and it reads here, then the sailors bound ropes around the hull of the ship to strengthen it. They were afraid of being driven across to the sandbars of Sirtis of Africa, Sirtis of the off the African coast.
Off the what?
Off the African coast.
Off the what?
Off the African coast.
Show it to the camera real quick.
It's there, man.
See that? African coast.
It's there for your understanding,
get
man.
away.
Can't get away from that, man.
You know?
Cannot get away from that,
man. We search. We study.
Yeah, man. That's right, man.
Hey, the guy that helped Hamashiach Yahushai carry the cross. He was from a place called Cyrene. Cyrene is in Libya.
Right.
Let's show that to them. Cyrene is actually in Libya.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, look. He even came out. Look, Cyrene, Libya. Show it to them.
Right.
Show them Cyrene, Libya.
Look at that, man.
This is the guy that helped Hamashiach Yahushai carry the cross. The guy was from Libya. Libya's in Africa, man. What the hell is wrong with these niggas, man?
Lost, man. Lost. Should be showing to study. You should be studying to show yourself.
It's in Libya, man.
The east of the data because the problem on the other side,
Yeah.
they view the West African as Hema.
Right.
Because they got,
Yeah.
for example, in the Caribbean, they had a wrong to be
Right.
the so-called
Yeah,
African.
yeah.
Because they say, oh, you sold us.
Yeah.
That's Esau.
That's Esau's,
data. So
yeah.
the truth now is coming.
Right.
To the Bible said, well, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
Right.
There it is now.
There's so
Shall
many
make you
Roman temples there as well. Look,
Huh.
Roman architecture in Cyrene, innit?
That's changed.
That's true, man. You're supposed to be free of that Western mentality, mindset.
That's it.
Forget that, man. All that dispute and back and forth and this and that. No, bro. Them people in the West Coast are our families, man. What's the family? You know what I mean?
Probably 2 hours, it's close to 3 hours, man. Close to 3 hours.
Yeah,
That's
let's
a
close
lot,
it
man.
out.
Yeah, let's close it out.
Nah.
Yeah, that's it, man. Let's close it out.
Anyway, with that, turn to the east.
I'll give our praises.
Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Waha, Rakah, Kudash.
Go on, Asharala.
Come here, Shabbat.
Abad Babo, man. Shalom.
Allah.
New wine.
Finally done.